Christmas to all the Panther boys and girls. What's up? It is another very holly jolly edition of the C Friday Free For All. You already know what it is. I'm your host, Cody Lashney, joining you again for another show that is quite literally for Panther fans by Panther fans. You already know what it is. If you would like to join and be a part of this little brouhaha that we do every day or every Friday at 7 p.m., that's the link to join right there in the chat. It's also in the description of the book and the YouTube video. Man, you know we have a great show in store for y'all today, man. With the Panthers, we're getting ready to play a playoff game. How about that, baby? It may not technically be a playoff game, but I'll be damned if the stakes aren't just as high as if it was a playoff game. You already know some of these people I'm going to be rapping with. First up, man, Drew, how is the weather up there in Maine, bro?
What's going on, fellas? Happy Friday. Let's see. It is probably about 15 degrees outside with a 45-mile-an-hour wind. So if I just drop off suddenly, you know I lost power. But I'm here for the free-for-all to talk about this must-win game for the Panthers. And hoping that Nick Montero does not jinx us for a second week in a row.
Freaking Nick, dude. Freaking Nick. Dude, now he's trying to say that I'm the jinx. Because the Panthers haven't had a winning season since I've been on the C3 Panthers podcast. Dang, that's fucked up, Nick. But it's either me or you, bro. I don't make the rules. It's either me or you. But hey, you know what? Just to kind of juxtapose the different variety of Panther fans and where they come from, Alex, how are you, bro? And where's the weather? Or how is the weather where you're at?
Yeah, it's a nippy 64 degrees here in California today.
Man. All right.
So yeah, pretty cold. Got the hoodie on. You know, it's hoodie season out here. So yeah, it's pretty cold out here for Cali.
Yeah. Look, man, dude, love to have some 65-degree weather right now. If I'm being honest with you, it's cold as hell here in Charlotte. But hey, man, it is what it is. I'm kind of in the same scenario as Drew, man. If I all of a sudden dip out, well, you know why? There's like 200,000 people in the state of North Carolina without power. So I think I'm okay. We should be good to go. But if I all of a sudden disappear, it's Kevin's fault, like things always are. Kev, White Chocolate Espresso, what up, boy? Oh, do you see how it just doesn't come
what
in?
What up, Cody? Yeah, I'm just chilling. It's cold out, but all wrapped up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're kind of cutting in and out. All I heard was that you're wrapped up. I don't know what you're wrapped up in. I don't want to leave too much to the imagination. I'm trying to think about all that. But he'll be back. You know, he's never gone for long. And next up, this man has a YouTube channel called Pantherology, and go subscribe to the damn thing right now. I got my guy Clay. Clay, what up, bro?
What's going on, man? I'm here to show some support, some love, nothing but less. And then, of course, you know, if I need to be your therapist, just let me know.
Dude, I might need to have a sit on the couch. You know what I'm saying, bro? I might need to kick my feet up and be like, man, these Panthers, they're giving me PTSD.
I'm just here to keep the morale up and try to keep everybody positive. But at the same time, we can only do so much.
I feel you on that. Kev, you back?
Yeah. What's up?
What's G's, bro?
Not much. I'm just chilling here, trying to get out the cold, warmed up with my 2022 state championship blanket. You know.
Dude, is that the highlight of your year? Your state championship? Because that's sad, bro. I'm just saying, you know.
What's your highlight?
My highlight? You know what? That's a damn good question. I think it's man. See, I have a lot of high hopes. Okay, my team. In a couple of years, this Clemson's going to be in a playoff game because that's what it is. This is a playoff game if it's a 12-team final. So,
If
I'm not.
what you say about ifs?
I'm gonna let y'all enjoy your state victory. Meanwhile, we're gonna go on. We're gonna win the Beamer Bowl.
Oh,
That's
man.
what y'all so affectionately call it. And we're gonna be all right, baby, because that's what Tigers do. But you know what? It's also what Panther fans do. Is to like the damn video, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell for every single time that we go live. Boys, before we jump into this matchup with Detroit, we got some snubs, damn it. Brian Burns is going back to the Pro Bowl, but I kind of think there should have been more Pro Bowlers for the Carolina Panthers than that. I kind of think J.C. Horn got snubbed. I kind of think even the Kevin Quanner got snubbed.
Derek Brown.
What say y'all, man? What are the most egregious absences from this list? Whoever wants to
Derek
jump in.
Brown tops the list. I mean, JC was good and all, but Derek Brown was a beast.
Yeah.
I would say JC for sure. I mean, but what when you're when you have 5 wins right now, it's tough. It's tough in a small market in Carolina. I mean, it's hard to get those votes in. I mean, usually your team's got to be somewhat like relevant to even get those votes to be in a Pro Bowl. So I mean, hats off to Brian Burns though for sure for getting in again. So
I think they said like half the NFC is represented by the NFC East.
Yeah, which wouldn't surprise me.
Hmm.
So what?
Hecker should have been in. Hecker should have been in.
I think he's in, right?
I think he's the the backup.
The only ones that I saw were alternates. I saw that.
Okay.
I saw Keith Taylor, of all people, as an alternate. Like, what? What are we doing, dude? How? Like that makes
right.
Dude, that makes that it just makes no sense to me, man. I think it was a special teamer.
Okay, that's
But,
what I was about to say. Two teams alternate or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, special teams.
I agree with JD, man. Like to me, J.C. Horn is the most egregious absence of this list. I think he has been a shutdown corner this year. Dare I say it, the best corner in the NFL. I know he hasn't proven that all the way through, but if
Cody,
you look at his level of play, it's very easy to say J.C. Horn should, without question, be a pro. I don't think he's had one receiver go over 50 yards receiving on him.
But Cody, here's the thing though, like, why do we care about the Pro Bowl when we're going to the Super Bowl?
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, everyone's like, oh, well, okay, maybe.
You got to get into the playoffs first.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. But also, like, the bowl doesn't mean what it used to. Like, these players don't take the game serious. They don't want to get hurt.
Play the game anymore.
Yeah.
No, it's something to put on the resume. I think it helps with contract.
Yeah.
But yeah, on your contract, it definitely matters. You want to, if you can make that Pro Bowl, that's.
I think they said they were going to turn the Pro Bowl into something like some kind of skills event or something like that.
Yeah.
I think they had a football game, right?
Yeah. So not going to be a football game anymore. It's going to be like a skills event or something.
But that's almost better. Like, dude, I always tune in for the quarterback toss competition. Like, when they're trying to hit the targets, they've got, like, a catching game where you got to catch, like, make all different kinds of catches, like a one-handed catch or whatever. But
I don't know, that Keith Taylor, or not Keith, I don't know why you got me Keith Taylor. So, Sean Taylor hitting the Pro Ball will always live down.
yeah.
Destroyed, dude.
I stopped watching the Pro Bowl when they let Cam get destroyed.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, his rookie year.
I was so mad.
I heard he pissed off Ray Lewis. I think that's something like
autograph.
I think
it was that they said he turned down a kid autograph. He said no. So the AFC players were like, okay, he want to turn down an autograph from a kid, so we we gonna go ahead and show them, show them what it is. And
They said
That's
that
what I've
Cam
heard.
didn't. I never heard that shit in my life.
Yeah,
But they said that
yeah.
Cam didn't.
I heard
They
it
said
was
that
Ray
Cam
Lewis's
didn't
kid.
want to sign an autograph for a kid, and
I
then
heard
Yeah.
that
it was Ray
made him
Lewis's.
tee off on him.
Yeah.
Where y'all even heard that from?
From like 2011 when it happened, or 2012.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
But I also heard that might have
I
been
wasn't
bullshit,
even
but,
on
like,
Twitter
I
back
heard-
then. Like,
I
I
mean,
knew I wasn't either. I think the media talked about it.
that's crazy, man.
Somebody
See, you
look it
don't
up.
even know what's true when it comes to shit like that. Like,
I mean,
I feel like
heard
someone
it-
could just make something like that up, and then, if that explains it, they'll just run with it.
I mean, that's the media in general.
And let me welcome. You already heard him. Let me officially welcome Locks, man. Locks, what's up, bro?
Yo, what it is? Drewski. I see Drewski in this mug. Drewski.
What's going
Hey.
on, Locke?
Me and Drewski been getting into it the last week about this head coaching situation and everything. But Drewski cool though. But hey, what's good with y'all? I don't see
Chilling,
Pickle.
bro.
Wait, Pickle. Oh, Pickle not in here today.
Pickle was traveling. He might be in the chat room at some point, but he said he was doing some traveling. Getting up to I think he said West Virginia with the family. So.
Yeah, Virginia to his
Yeah.
moms.
So shout out
He
to
said he
Pickle.
might not have internet.
Hey, Clay, jumping on this conversation, bro. Who, like, to you, is there an egregious snub for the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
And by the way, y'all, like, it doesn't even have to be just Panthers. If you feel like there's another NFL player that just outright got passed up on and should be there, you can answer them too. But go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean there is some guys out there I'll definitely name in the NFL. But for first things first, I'll deal with the Panthers. I mean, congrats to Brian Burns. First off, I'm gonna give him his his respect. But the thing is, for me, I feel like J.C. Horn definitely got snubbed. If you go look at his stats and you go look at like how many games, because he was out for 4 games, right? But in the all the other games that he played, he had literally, if you go look at his stats in the regular season games, he literally had 47 snaps. He had 15 assisted tackles, and then he only had allowed 49 yards, and then he had 3 interceptions in the games that he did play overall.
Yeah.
So that's a shutdown corner, okay?
Hasn't allowed one single touchdown.
Exactly. So I think Derek Brown could be a guy you could also mention in that. He definitely stepped up. I mean, we've been waiting for ever since we drafted him to actually, finally, come out of his shell and actually produce. And he finally has this year. And I think he knew as a player that he had to come out of his shell to prove that he deserves an extension or whatever else that comes along the way. I think that I would have even you can't say that. I like this guy a lot, and I hope that we re-sign him. But I think Frankie Louvu is a guy that we also need to give props to, because that guy, every single game, he's going sideline to sideline like a freaking maniac, dude. I've never seen a guy like him since. I mean, I'm not comparing him to this guy, so let's get that straight. But I've never seen a guy go sideline to sideline like him since Luke Kuechly. Now, I'm not saying he's a Luke Kuechly, so let's get that straight real quick. But I'm just saying, in general, I haven't seen a guy in that linebacker core like him in a very, very long time.
Yep.
I
also want to say, go ahead.
I can't say that he's a Pro Bowl, but he could have definitely been on like an honorable mention for sure.
Yeah, I think he's getting close to Luke Kuechly's tackle for loss number in a season. I know I read that somewhere. Frankie Louvu, that there is one record for the Panthers that Luke Kuechly does own that Frankie Louvu is closing in on. So no, you're not wrong. It's not a bad comparison. And by the way, if anything, he has just provided the juice for this linebacker core that we have been so sorely in need of for a very long time. But
he brings a lot of hype to that defense. He brings a lot of energy that we need. especially when he makes a play. And I think I would like to see him better off. I'd like to see him do a little bit more on the rushing attack. He's very good against the pass, I think, but I'd love to see him do a little bit more in the rushing attack.
Hey, what about Jared Goff?
I mean, Jared Goff is definitely a guy I think you could definitely be an honorable mention. I mean, with this this high power offense that he's in now, Ben Johnson over there, the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, he can throw up some fucking plays, man.
I think
that guy is going to be a head coach in the NFL, and it could be a guy that Carolina could actually be looking at, honestly. And I think Ben Johnson's what he has and what he's done over there at Detroit has been. I mean, obviously he's done a hell of a job, and we got a work cut out for us, especially defensively in this game.
I don't remember last time I think there was like 7 games he hasn't thrown an interception.
Yeah, I mean, out of the 6, they've won 6 out of their last 7, 3 straight.
Yeah, I mean, look, right now they're kind of they're similar to the Panthers, not in what they run or like schematically, but the fact that this is a team that earlier this year, they were picking top 10. Like this was not a good team early in the year. The Panthers were not a good team early in the year, but somewhere along the middle of around the middle of the season, they found like a second win, and now, dude, they are legitimately in contention for a wild card to be in the playoffs. And I mean, some would say even more so than us because our division is so bad. You know, it's like nobody wants to win this division, but this is a very big test coming up for the Panthers. Moved on to that matchup though,
and they talk about Lions defense, but they've been keeping the running backs in check late.
Yes, they have.
Cook to like 23 yards. Dalvin Cook.
Yep.
And dude, Dalvin Cook is such a beast. That play that he made. Yeah, I do. That's crazy though. But hey, what y'all think about this? I want to get everyone's opinion on this. Did y'all think McCaffrey snubbed for the Pro Bowl this season? He has 87.6 PFF grade, 4th among running backs, and a 92.5 receiving grade, 1st among all players. Chunk in the chat says CMC got snubbed.
I thought he got in.
What do y'all think?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I probably would have taken out the Eagles running back, but then again, I mean, isn't he like close to like top 3 in rushing yards?
Well, I thought Miles Sanders didn't make it. I thought it was like between Tony Pollard and him, and then I thought that they chose
both of them, man.
McCaffrey over both of them. And I guess I'm wrong on that, but I thought I read.
Is Miles Sanders a running back for the Eagles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's him, Pollard, and
Barkley.
And honestly, another guy that I think that got snubbed, and I think that I know that this is a crapshoot with what I'm saying, but I think Justin Fields should have been in the Pro Bowl after what I think. Listen, that guy is a playmaker. That guy is.
He's not top 3 quarterback in the NFC though.
Well, he's done enough for that Chicago offense to be in games. That's for damn sure.
Yeah,
yeah, go ahead, Alex.
Just think, Justin Herbert didn't even get in. I mean, the quarterbacks in the AFC are just like insane.
Justin Herbert didn't help when he had that rib injury. So when he had that rib injury, it kind of screwed him out of it.
But also, like if you're Justin Fields, like we've been talking about Trevor Lawrence a lot on our podcast.
No, you have.
I mean, no, because it's also everybody trying to piss me off and being like, "Oh, he's overrated."
Because you always talk about him.
Sucks.
Well, he's not overrated because he's proven in the last 3 games.
And that's what I'm saying. And Clay, to what you were talking about with Justin Fields, I wouldn't necessarily say Pro Bowl for Justin or Trevor, but what I say that this year has done for both of those guys, it's shown that both of those franchises have a franchise quarterback to build around for the foreseeable future. And you probably have not seen the best out of either of those dudes. Like they are on the rise.
We're just seeing the beginning right now.
Right. But like a lot of people were really upset with Christian McCaffrey getting the snub. And
Well,
don't
his
know,
trade,
part-
I think his trade to San Francisco really didn't help him.
I thought it would because
Why
they're
not?
like 7-0 since the trade.
Well, the problem is when he got traded, and it took him, some time off the field a little bit. But I mean, not much, right? But like it wasn't enough for him to get put in, right? Compared to the
He's
other
like
guys.
a 49er. I figure like that team, that fan base.
No, I don't disagree. I think that Christian should have been put in. He's obviously, he's still a stud as he always has been.
He was like high on the fan voting though.
But I would have never thought that Purdy would have been as good as, or even just as average as what we thought he would actually have been for him. I mean, it just proves that San Francisco with the scheme fits players, man. And I mean, me and Cody talked about this before, and I'll say it before and I'll say it again. Same thing with the Carolina Panthers. The problem that it is like, I'll go back to a statement that Conor McGregor said, because I'm a huge UFC fan. Styles win fights. So schemes fit certain players. It's the same thing that the Carolina Panthers have struggled to figure out what schemes actually fit players with the quarterback, whether it's running back or wide receiver, especially on the offensive side of the ball. They have not figured out on the offensive side what schemes fit these players.
I feel like we have a one-dimensional offensive coordinator.
Oh, right now we do, because we're going to run 35, 40 times a game, and then we're going to throw 3 or 4 play action passes down the field. And
But I'm not going to lie, though. I'm not going to lie. I wonder how different this offense would have been / could have if 2 other different scenarios happened.
correct.
If either Sam Darnold started from the start of the season and he actually got time to get rhythm passing the football, like maybe we would be passing the football more than we are now. I mean, Sam's only played 3 games. Like, they were trying to acclimate him to the offense after not playing all year. I also wonder about Matt Corral, which is someone else that we talked about a little bit before the show, is that he runs, coming from Ole Miss, it came from a very heavy play action pass type of offense. So that's really the Panthers' bread and butter. I really do wonder how much better this offense could be looking right now. And real quick, G baby, get your ass in here, bro. Saying Frankie Luvu is horrible. Give me a break, bro. What are you even saying? If you're gonna type some shit, get in the room and come talk some shit, bro.
If Frankie Luvu is horrible, please show me somebody better on our linebacker core that's run the sideline to sideline better than him this year.
Oh yeah, I would take Luvu over Shaq. I would take Luvu over Shaq right now.
I don't know about that. Well, that's a little bit far for me. But
Cody, come on now. Come on, Cody. Give Shaq respect, bro.
Listen. I don't
I'm
listen. I hear you.
I'm just saying, to me, Frankie Luvu flies around so much. He makes such a visible impact that I think it took Frankie Luvu a shorter amount of time to get to where he is than it took Shaq.
Yeah,
that's kind of all I'm saying.
The problem is that Shaq has that leadership in him. I think Luvu is a guy that's going to give you that energy that you need, right? So it's remember when Cam boosted our offense with the energy he brought to the offense. It's the same thing that Luvu has. Like, I'm not saying that he brings the same energy as Cam does, but he brings that certain type of energy to that defense. And Shaq brings the leadership. And I think those two together can collab and make a good defense. The only thing is that I think we're missing on the defensive side is that we need another pass rusher. We need somebody that's going to help Brian Burns, or we need Derek Brown to step up to be that guy that says Derek Brown doesn't have to be that stat guy. He can be that disruptor to where Burns comes in and then makes the sack.
And really, that's all he was ever going to be.
Yeah.
Like, when he was drafted, he is a run-stuffing defensive tackle. So he's never going to be like that Aaron Donald type of player unless they line him up that way. Now, if he does, then maybe. But I really think this team looks at his best value as just being that bit in the middle, clog up the A gap and B gap, and
Right.
let your edge rushers get one-on-one matchups.
Exactly. And I think that's the reason why our offense or our defense has struggled a lot this year too. Or it hasn't struggled a lot, but there has been times when they have struggled when we lost games. Is that we don't really have that middle linebacker presence, right? We don't have that guy that can fill that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but-
YGM hasn't stepped up. YGM hasn't stepped up.
No.
YGM is trash, and even that's
Yeah.
the reason why we've seen the problems there. I mean, when we let Hassan Reddick go to the Eagles, look what he's done now.
Yeah, I mean, if you see Marquise
Yeah.
Haynes, like late in games, I mean, they're just letting him go, and like
Right.
Marquise Haynes is just like he's the guy that's been able to help out on the other side with with Burns, but they need, like you said, we need another guy that's an everyday down defensive end that could get to the quarterback. So.
Yeah.
You don't have to get to the quarterback. Just be pressured.
I think. Yeah, and I think that's the problem with the reason why I can see why Derek Brown didn't make the Pro Bowl or anything, even though he had I still think he had a great year, and we actually finally saw some flashes of him from, Auburn. But I think that we need him to be more of that disruptor to cause those disruptions, so that then Brian Burns can come in and make the sack or bring the pressure, swat the ball, whatever the case may be, right?
Yeah.
So.
Hey, yeah,
Honestly, we could have had Carlos Dunlap if it wasn't for Matt Rule.
Well, the Matt Rule is a fucking idiot, so we all know that. So it's all good, and he's gone. He's going to Nebraska, and watch him. He'll go 2-11 his first year. He'll go 6-6 his second year, and then watch his third year. He'll go like 11-2 because he's a college coach.
Yeah. Hey, so two things real quick. Let me welcome Panther Pennant. You hear me? Oh, I don't know if his audio is working. He said he's got some bad connection up there in West Virginia, but we'll get to Pickle in a minute. Hey, then we're talking about edge rushers.
Hello.
Hey, yeah, you're gonna have to come back in and come out, Pickle. You look like a robot, man, like a fuzzy monster. Maybe try back in and coming back out. I don't even know if he was able to hear me. My man had such bad connection, but but no, like you're saying, we're talking about YGM, an 86.5% of snaps, 0 pressures, 0 tackle for loss, 0 quarterback hits, 0 sacks, 105 defensive snaps of cardio, and this is number 1 to our ass. I mean, dude, look, we definitely need some more help.
I think a guy that I look at in the draft though is Will Anderson immediately. I mean that guy might be another Micah Parsons. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I mean you got to have another guy. I mean
that's the reason why.
Get to the quarterback.
That's the reason. Like look at Dallas's defense. Why do you think they're so good? Because like Micah Parsons immediately brings pressure right off the edge. And he can. I've never seen. He's in my opinion, I think he's the best defensive player in the game.
Well, we're going to be in a spot where we won't be able to get Jalen Carter or Will
Anderson at this point, right?
So
there is other guys in this draft.
I'll take that Notre Dame defensive end. I think he's the most complete.
Well, Miles Murphy from Clemson's another guy you could get. I think another guy you could also look at in the draft is probably. Yeah, like you're saying, the Notre Dame Isaiah Foskey.
Yeah,
I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Foskey.
Can you guys name our second leading sack leader on our team?
Gosh, I think it's
Haynes.
I'm gonna say Frank Luvu.
I'm gonna say Luvu.
Yeah, it's Luvu. He's got 6.
I was gonna say
5.
Luvu.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying is like we need another guy. YGM's got a sack and a half.
Yeah.
So I mean, like it's not acceptable. Marquise Haynes got 4. He doesn't play enough. So I mean, it's all right. But I mean, we need some more production. Like we need to get some pressure on the quarterback. It's just not.
Yeah, happening. I think another guy you could also look at in the draft that actually might be a guy you could actually pick up based off of where we're going to be is a guy out of Florida State, Jared Versey. That guy's going to be. He's going to be very good. He's like 6 foot. He's like 6'4", like 250. He runs like a 4.5 40. nasty top. He's a top 5 for sure in the edge rushers in the this coming draft.
And you guys are kind of making my point, and that I've said on Twitter, I've said on here. I don't want to reach for a quarterback. Okay, as of right now, we don't know where we're picking. There are 3 games left to the NFL season. Yeah. It could still be in the late teens if we went out, or even in the early 20s, or we could still be picking top 5 even if we lose out. Like that's, dude, what a wild swing. But dude, this Panther team, like I just don't think that we're a quarterback. One, how about this? I don't think any of the rookie quarterbacks in this class are going to come in and instantly make us the type of team on offense that fans are hoping that we're going to be. Number two, I don't know what they're going to be down the road, but like to me, none of them are better answers than either paying Sam a little bit of money. I'm not saying long term. I'm saying paying Sam a little bit of money. Yeah, like a 1 or 2 year deal. Come back and play, or just straight up see what you have in Matt Corral. And I know my guy JD, he knows what I want. I want to see Matt Money get his shot, but
you want to see Corral eat the buffet.
Yeah, I definitely want to see him out there, Matt Corral, for sure.
I think he at least deserves a chance, right? Like we got to see what we got out of him. I mean, he had the highest ratings out of any quarterback in that draft, and he has the quickest release out of any of them as well, which is obviously a big thing because look at Brady. Brady has a quick release. That's the reason why he's been so good for so many years. He gets the ball out before he gets any pressure on him. So I think that like it's the smartest thing for us to build the offensive line a little bit more, build in the trenches is the biggest thing for this team. I think then you look into the draft next year. If you sign Sam Darnold for another year or 2 contract, then you bring in, I think the guy that I look to and for the future, if I'm looking at any guy, coming up in the next draft, not this coming draft, but the next one, is obviously Caleb Williams. That guy is a stud. That guy's got a strong arm. I'm talking about we might be, and I know this is a crapshoot when it comes to drafts, right? But they compare him to another Josh Allen. I mean,
we won't be picking high enough to get him.
You don't know that. We don't know what the future holds until next year. As bad as this team is at times, we won't be picking top 3. Well, if they're as bad as what you're saying, then we will be, because the way you're talking though is that we are going to be that bad, so that we will be able to get them.
No, I don't think we're that bad. I mean, we have a decent team. We're missing some pieces,
right?
So we're not a complete team. But we're not a dumpster fire that we'll be picking top 2.
Yeah. Like, I mean, honestly, and maybe you would be willing to move up and trade up.
Yeah, that's a possibility. But Coach, honestly, I mean, barring bad, ungodly coaching from Matt Rule, I think we would have more wins now than we've got.
Yeah.
We should have won the Cleveland game. We should have won the Giants game.
Atlanta?
Yeah.
Because of bad, incompetent coaching.
Well, the Atlanta game was based off of a bad referee call. We already all know that.
And kicking.
Yeah,
that's 3 games right there.
Yeah, well, we should have never lost the one game I will say that we should have never lost was definitely the Cleveland and Atlanta game. The New York game, we got ran all over by Saquon.
But you're gonna have okay, the referees definitely fucked us, but I'm a firm believer.
They might have had
you shouldn't even let yourself be in the position to have the game be that close where the referee can decide it. And that's what we've all been wanting for a while, is for the Panthers to put these games away. Like to actually finish them. No more cardiac cats. Quit letting them back in the games. Stomp on their throat and finish them. So that way, even if you do have a bunch of dumbass calls from the refs, you're so dominant that's not gonna swing the game either way.
Hey, Cody.
Hey, that's not how the game works. Most games are close. You're not gonna blow teams out every time. Games are going to be close.
No, that's true.
Like
That's true.
you can't say, well, if we score every time, we are put ourselves not in position to win. You have to, like, most games are going to come down to at least a field goal or a touchdown. You're not going to blow teams out. So when people say, well, you can't blame Eddie Pinero because he missed 2 field goals and we should have scored, 2 or 3 times more, or we should have stopped them 2 or 3 times more. That's not how the NFL, NBA, or soccer works. Most games are going to come to one play.
But what? But here's my thing though. You're not going to change referees. Referees are going to make dumb shit calls. That's what they do. And I hear what you're saying. Like, games are definitely going to be close. You're not going to beat every opponent 40-7. I know that. But what I am saying though is, if you as a team have to come out and play 4 quarters and not give chances for referees to be what decides the game, and like, that's the only thing that that's not the best answer. That's the only answer that you can give, because that's the only thing that you can control is how you play the game. You're never going to be able to control how the referees ref. So it's like, hey, real quick, no problem to Pickle. I know you tried, man. I know the internet connection is not great where you are. Enjoy the show from where you are, man.
I just wanted to pause the stream real quick and just say there's 68 people watching this right now. There's only 27 likes, so we need to pound that like button like it owes you money. So we need to get that going up a little bit right now.
Hit them thumbs up, people. Hit them thumbs up. I appreciate the thumbs up call, Clay. That's good looking out. I had forgotten to do that. But hey, man, let's talk about this Detroit game. I want to talk about like how y'all are feeling right now. Like just as of right now, I've done a little bit of research on the Lions. Dude, they're a good football team. They're playing their best football team right now. They're motivated. They really like their head coach.
Their defense is stepping up.
Yeah, dude, their defense is really dude, Aiden Hutchinson, their defensive end that they took number 2 overall. That dude might end up being the defensive rookie of the year. Like he's a damn good football player. He looks like another Bosa brother out there.
Yeah.
But how are y'all feeling, man? Like what are we thinking? Like my man Drew said earlier, this is a playoff game. So Drew, let me go to you. Let me ask you, what are going to be the keys to victory in this matchup against Detroit?
The big boys up front. You got to stop people up front. You got to move people up front. Offensive, defensive lines are going to decide this game.
I think it's stopping the pass, honestly, because we can't keep up with their pass game.
Well, that means getting pressure on the quarterback. So again, that starts up front.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I mean, it starts up front. Time of possession is gonna be key in this game. I think if we could keep the Lions offense off the field and run the ball great, I think that's a recipe for a W this week. It's gonna be tough though. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a playoff atmosphere for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. KPM, what's up, bro? Hey, KPM.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up? How you doing?
What up?
Long time no see, at least on the Friday free for all.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Tell us how you're feeling about this matchup against Detroit, man. How are you feeling? Do you think that do you have a good feeling going into it, or what are you thinking, man?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, Detroit's coming in and they're red hot. I mean, they've won 6 of their last 7, it's been. So, we couldn't ask for a hotter opponent to come into Bank of America Stadium for a very cold matchup, to say the least. So, I think we'll be fine as long as we stick to the game plan. But I think, Drew nailed it on the head when he said, this game's going to be won and lost in the trenches. Oh, yeah.
Definitely going to be one and lost in the trenches. And, like, I even said this on the show the other day. I kind of think we might have to let Sam throw the ball more. Like, we might not have a choice. Like what Kev said, if their offense is that high-powered, there might be some times where we're playing from behind. So, I mean, to me, I understand that it might scare some people, but I wouldn't be opposed to letting Sam air out the ball a little more, especially because I think his performance against the Steelers wasn't even that, man. Like, I felt like he actually did a decent job taking care of the football. He's not turning the ball over, which has been a huge problem for Sam. I really do think that we might need to air out the ball a little more. Hey, real quick, let people to the show. My man JJ, what's up, dude? Oh, you're muted, I think. I can't hear you. JJ. All right, we'll come back to JJ. I know you're trying to fix your sound. And then next up,
Hello?
Yeah, JJ, what's up, bro?
All right, sorry about that. Had to get that set up. All right, I'm glad I got to join. I was caught up cooking the past few minutes. What was the question? It was how confident am I against the Lions?
Yeah, just how you against the Detroit
To be
team?
honest, I think we'll be all right. I think the biggest reason why we shouldn't be that worried is because of how much Sam has progressed. For a while, I've known Sam folds under pressure. I remember from that Ohio State USC game, even getting some inside tips about some other things about Sam. But like you've always noticed that he's folded under pressure. But if you notice now, he's making better decisions. When the pressure's in his face, he's able to escape better than ever, and he just hasn't turned the ball over. I don't know if that's a sign of maybe Steve Wilkes or, like, I don't know. But I also just feel like we need a better offensive coordinator than Ben McAdoo.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder how we would do, like, if we were actually able to do better things on offense.
Yeah. No, that's a great question. We can delve in on that a little bit more. Go ahead, Kev, and then I'm gonna introduce two more people.
I'm looking at the team QB sacks per game. Right now, the Lions are second with the fewest QB sacks per game.
Oh, so they're not getting after the quarterback very well.
No, this is them giving up sacks.
Yeah, they have a good line.
Okay.
They have a good line.
Yeah, Dallas and Detroit are tied
Okay, I thought you meant
with
the
1.4. 1.4 per game.
So we're not going to get pressure on them, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Last 3 games is 0.7.
So, Cody, you talked about how we need to trust Sam to air it out a little bit more. So my question to you is this. Do you really trust our offense to be able to pass the ball with McAdoo's play calling and how inconsistent our wide receivers have been outside of DJ Moore?
That's a great question. And you know what? I do. Because I don't blame our lack of passing attack solely on Ben McAdoo. What I want to recall everyone's attention to, this was Sam Darnold's 3rd game starting, and he hadn't played a football game this entire year. So I do think there's a level of, look, we know we're running the ball effectively. We need to get Sam acclimated to playing NFL football again, get him acclimated to the offense. I'm hopeful that as more and more time goes on, we can start to see the elevation of that passing attack from Sam Darnold and better play calls from Ben McAdoo as that trust in Sam continues to grow. I know a lot of people hate Ben McAdoo. This isn't my hill to die on. Like, I'm not trying to tell people that, like, oh, he has to go or that he's the best either. I'm just saying, to me, I think if you don't have a quarterback that you can trust and depend, then you're not going to be hitting open receivers anyway. So, of course, the offensive coordinator is going to look bad. But hey, let me welcome 2 more people. They've been waiting patient. My man JD from the beautiful island of Hawaii is showing that C3 love. JD, what's up, bro?
Yo, what's good, C3 fam? How y'all doing, man?
Chilling. And hey, let me go ahead and welcome this guy. You know him, you already love him, and hey, even if you hate him, he loves you back, bro. It's Twan Dawn, the bad guy from 704 Charlotte Bound Show. Twan, what's up, bro?
Yes, sir. I'm in the building, man. Look, quick story, man. Got up early this morning. I'm in Atlanta now. Just got here at my aunt's house. I just got here like 30 minutes ago. Came to the back room. Said I got to go chill with my man Cody and the C3 family, man. I ain't even unpacked yet, but I had to get here.
I appreciate that. That's love, bro. That's
That's
love.
what's
I'm
up.
happy. Happy. Yeah.
Shout out to Kevin, Drew, everybody on the show. And look, this is gonna be a long night because just I'm sitting here, I'm already hearing some dumb shit already.
You can say it. You can say I'm the one saying dumb shit. It's all right.
Pour out with his bullshit. You know, Swagger come here with his bullshit already.
Hey,
Yeah, man. I don't understand this Darnold love. It's making me nauseous.
I mean, listen, can we not grade his performance from what we have seen? What bad has Sam Darnold done this season?
He's a horrible quarterback, man. I just did a show. If you guys go check out the 704 Charlotte Bound show, the last show that we did. The name of the show is the tragic story of the Carolina Panthers quarterback. Man, do you know we ran through almost 25 quarterbacks in our history, and 95% of them suck badly. When you see the names, and you see names that you like, oh man, I forgot all about him. At the end of the day, it's only Cam Newton, Jake Delhomme, people that love Jake Delhomme, and that's it. Everybody else was pretty pedestrian or were really, really, really bad. I challenge you, go Google, look at and just type in every Carolina quarterback since we started. And look at those quarterback names. It's a horrible fucking list, bro.
Steve Berline.
That's the thing, though. So, like, for the last 2 seasons, like this season and last year, all the Carolina Panthers have needed from the quarterback position was game manager, maybe game manager plus. Like, if you could get consistent game manager level QB play last year, there were like 5 games, and I've called Sam out for it repeatedly. There were 5 games that Sam's performance was the reason why we lost. Like, he had, I think, 3 picks against the Patriots, 2 picks against the Eagles. It's like, bro, this year for these past 3 games, that's the reason why I'm supporting Sam right now. Is these past 3 games, Sam has done what we needed him to do last year. He's taking care of the ball. He hasn't done anything to go wow at, but he's taking care of the ball. And considering this past Sunday how the Steelers were able to get after him, dude still looked like he was comfortable in the pocket when he was asked to throw. I didn't realize. I thought he had thrown for more. He had more passing attempts, but on average, he's only like over the last 3 games, they've only asked him to throw the ball around 20, 25 times a game. This past Sunday was by far his. Yeah, this past Sunday was by far his best performance, and that was, again, he was sacked 4 times. He had no help from the run game, and our defense earlier in the game couldn't get any stops. So, I mean, there's reason. Like, I'm 100% with Cody. Like, I've been in the chat saying that I want someone to explain to me why McAdoo is such a terrible OC. When you go back earlier in the season, there were plays I saw McAdoo call up, and guys just failed to execute. Either Baker missed a open guy, or he throw an interception, or a receiver would drop a ball, or someone would fumble, like the Cardinals game. Higgins, that end around that he called with Higgins fumbles the ball. If Higgins handles that properly, they toss it to DJ. DJ's going the other way with two blockers out in front of him. That's a touchdown. At the very least, it's a huge gain, but failure for the players failing to execute in combination with poor quarterback plays, it's made the play calling look one-dimensional and terrible. But like Cody said, this will be Sam's 4th game, actual live reps and shit. And Sam's he's gotten better. He's playing competent football from the quarterback position, and that's all we've ever needed. Like these past 2 seasons specifically, all we needed was competent QB play. So then you can have.
Hey, JD, let me shoot back at you real quick for that, man. Just real quick.
Yeah.
The thing is this, I saw somebody in chat said I was coming here to be toxic. A lot of people get toxicity confused with truth. When somebody is not afraid to tell the truth. I'm at an age in my life, and I'm such a competitor in life with this, that when it comes to the Carolina Panthers, I love this team too much to lie to somebody, man. I'm not going to tell people what they want to hear. I'm not going to give people false hope. The thing is, as an organization, we've dealt with mediocrity so much until we've got comfortable with it. When we're up here trying to find reasons to say that Sam Darnold played decently, but Sam Darnold was a bad quarterback. He's a bad quarterback. It's no way around it. But the thing is, we want to say something so good about our team so bad until we reach, and we say things that we really don't mean. Sam Darnold's not a good quarterback. You guys know this. He's not.
Let me touch.
But he played well.
Wait,
good.
time out.
It's so long.
Wait, everybody, time out. Hold on, time out. Hey, look, let me intro my man Jared. Jared's been waiting. Jared, welcome to the free for all, bro. Your mic is on mute. I don't know if you know, but I appreciate you for joining. And tell me what you're thinking, man.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what your guys' chances of making the playoffs are. You're one game back in the NFC South, so I'll be in and out. But I just wanted to see what your guys' reactions are because you guys are right behind the Buccaneers, so that's doing.
Yeah,
even though you have a 5-9 record.
You're a Broncos fan, correct?
Yeah, I'm a Broncos fan, but I've been watching
the
Panthers based on PJ Walker, who he can be a horrible quarterback, but Sam Darnold's been looking just fine with protection. But that's it for me. I'll leave this video and ask. You guys can answer away that question.
Oh, perfect.
Hey,
I'm glad he's out of there, Bronco fan. Damn.
Can I answer this, please?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's a free for all. So now I'm gonna let y'all just talk about it and discuss, and I'll change the topic if we need it. But yeah, go ahead, Pantherology.
So first things first, I want to say is when's the last time Sam Darnold had a competent offensive line?
Never.
Okay, so then also Teddy Bridgewater, when we had him, I know I ate my crow with Teddy Bridgewater. I ate my crow real hard because when you go look at Teddy Bridgewater's stats, he had a 69 completion rating. He had over 3,700 yards, 15 touchdowns. Yes, he threw 11 picks, but he also had a QBR of a 92%. So that's not too damn bad in my opinion. Now, I understand that he threw 11 picks, so that's a lot of picks, right? But I also think that with like Sam Darnold, this has probably been the most competent offensive line he's had. So Sam Darnold, yes, has looked like a bad quarterback. Yes, he has. But now that he has had a competent offensive line based off of what we've seen recently, he has not turned over the ball one time. So based off of that, do I think that Sam Darnold's the answer? Absolutely not. Do I think that he still sees ghosts? Probably so. But at the same time, what we have is what we got, and we have to roll with what we got at the end of the day.
No, we don't. I just said that.
Okay, so who are you going to throw in there? I would love for you to just enlighten me. Enlighten me.
We're not going to the playoffs. I don't care who doesn't want to hear it. We're not.
I didn't say we were going to the playoffs.
No, I'm not saying. Look. My thing is this. And I'm not arguing with you. This is just
no. It's all good. It's all love, brother.
Listen, man. Shout out to you, man. Listen, the thing is, man, we gotta stop saying shit that's just not fucking true.
How is it not true?
He's not a good quarterback, man. Sometimes
he's been playing well.
For a moment, I thought he lost his will. Because he didn't even he never seemed like he was having fun out there.
I never said that he was he's been like an elite quarterback.
Well, also
what I'm getting at is
I didn't even get my main point out. Listen to the trend though. Sam Darnold fucking sucked at USC. He was terrible. When he got to the Jets, he was terrible. When he
hyperbole.
The guy's trash. It's a whole.
I'm not saying.
But so look, I want everybody to. But Twan, let me ask you this, bro. Let me ask you this.
Trash.
I have. Listen, hold on. Let me say this specifically. I have seen this year 2 different quarterbacks, specifically Baker Mayfield and PJ Walker. As soon as the opposing defense is able to run, they fall off of a cliff. They're
We'll
throwing
make them into a-
interceptions.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
they're throwing interceptions. They're throwing passes. Do something about Sam Darnold, Twan. When we could not run the ball against Pittsburgh, Sam Darnold is the only quarterback that didn't panic and start throwing a bunch of interceptions. On top of that, he looked damn good throwing the football. Like, you're trying to judge him from last year. I'm saying judge this man based off of his performance. At least that's fair.
I'm judging him off the Panthers. I'm
You see
judging him
that
off what he
touchdown?
did with the Jets. I'm judging him off what he did with USC.
Did the Jets have a competent offensive line? No, they did not. They're a trash-ass organization.
I'm not going to argue with y'all about Sam Darnold, but I will ask one
I
question.
mean, the Jets haven't had a very
When was
competent
Sam
quarterback in a
Darnold
long
good?
time.
Tell me the last time he was
They
good.
ruin quarterbacks. That's why Geno Smith is doing so well, because Pete Carroll knows how to coach up a quarterback, and they put a scheme around him that makes sense.
But tell me, when was the last time Sam Darnold was good? That's all I want to know.
Last
Tell
week.
me.
Okay, that's
Last 3
fine.
games.
Your answer
Yeah,
is
the
correct.
best 3
Your
games.
answer is
That's what we're
correct.
Yeah,
saying.
Sam
That's
Darnold
all I
has
want to
been
know is
really
when the
good.
last time he was good. When
I
was he
haven't-
Last
good?
week.
Yeah, but Twan,
That's
who's
week.
better?
Antoine's
Who's
right,
better
though.
on our team? Who's better on our
I'm
team?
gonna be
This
honest
was
with
a
you.
perfect game for Sam Darnold to prove to us he could win a game without everything going right.
Man,
Like,
that was
actually change the
one
narrative.
game.
And
It was
he
one game.
still came up short.
And that's all we're
Yeah, I
The
saying.
problem is, and with this organization, that we expect an we expect like an Aaron Rodgers to come out of nowhere, out of our fucking asses, and say, "All right, we'll go on the field and drop dimes everywhere." It's not going to
But
happen.
That was Matt
But
Rule's
what I'm
expectation.
saying is, Carolina Panthers should. That's what we. Again, man, I just did a whole show in this quarter. That's what we deserve at this point. That's what
do
we
deserve
deserve.
that, but we're not going to get it right now.
How you know this? I think with the right.
That's what happened with
coaching-
Cam, though.
I think with the
Cam
right
came out of
coaching
nowhere after the #1 overall pick.
Styles
I think
win
with the right
fights,
coaching
schemes fit certain players. Styles win fights, schemes work on certain players. And
I'll
with the
ask you
right
this.
thing
I'll ask you
on
this.
defense and
and the
offense.
right
It goes
and the
both
right offensive
ways.
coordinator, we can flip it. We can flip it.
You
But
might,
for right
and then you
now-
can say, "Well, hey, let's just throw this
Guys,
scenario
you
out
cannot
there, right?
win without a
Let's just throw
quarterback.
the scenario out
Bottom
there. Let's
line.
just throw the scenario out there, all right? Just real quick. Let's just say, out of God fucking blue, freaking Kyle Shanahan becomes our freaking our coach, right? Do you think that Sam Darnold is actually going to be that good if like how he's produced with Brock
His
Purdy?
numbers would put up a
He would
lot.
fire Sam Darnold on the first day. He would get rid of him the moment he got there.
I think you're absolutely wrong. I think Sam
Okay,
Darnold's way
hey,
better
look,
than
look,
Brock
look,
Purdy.
look,
I think
listen.
Sam Darnold's actually been he could be
Hey, Cody,
a
hey,
good
what's your name?
quarterback
What's your
if he
name,
was
homie?
in the right
What's your
system.
name? What's your name, homie?
Huh?
What was your name again?
Clay. Or you can call me
Clay,
Pantherology, you can call me Robstar,
Okay.
whichever one. I have a show.
Shout out to Clay, man. Shout out to
So you
Clay.
got it,
Listen, Clay, check this out. When Sam Darnold doesn't work out with us, right? What team is going to call for him?
It doesn't matter. He's gonna be. Here's the
Oh,
thing.
right.
I'm
No,
not saying.
Twan, that's where I'm disagreeing. If Sam
A
plays
handful.
well, even if Sam is never a franchise quarterback
Nobody's
a day
picking him
in
up
his
from those
life,
small
He's
schools.
gonna be a
Sam has
backup
earned a
somewhere. I
job.
guarantee
He's
you.
more than a bridge quarterback.
He has
He's
Would
earned
you
a
want
job.
Sam Darnold or Zach Wilson?
Right,
Neither.
Sam
Well, hey,
Darnold.
Zach
Love
Wilson
Sam
looks like
back.
fucking trash. He hasn't banged
Yeah.
enough moms.
I mean, look at
Right.
Joe Flacco's still going on. Like,
Yeah,
You put
man.
That's
in the NFL, if you put a competent offensive line and a top 10 defense, you're going to win football games. That's why the 49ers are so good, because Purdy has came in and still produced. So if you do
that's
the
how
same
the-
thing with Sam Darnold,
Kyle
He's
has
That's
gonna
how the
happen.
Patriots. That's how the Patriots won their first couple of Super Bowls. Tom Brady didn't make
Exactly.
mistakes. Their
Thank
defense was
you.
dominant, and their run game was dominant. I'm not saying Sam Darnold or Matt Corral is going to be Tom Brady-esque.
No.
I'm saying that right now, McAdoo, for all his faults, McAdoo has Sam playing some of the best
I will
football
tell you what the
he's
problem is
played
with
in his
McAdoo.
career.
I will tell
Yeah,
you what the
and, like,
problem with
also-
McAdoo is. The problem is with McAdoo is he does not
Hey, Drew,
know.
help me out, man. I'm confused.
He does
bro.
not.
I'm
McAdoo
confused.
does not know that McAdoo does not know how to adjust to defenses when his scheme is getting fucked in the ass.
That's why I say he's one-dimensional.
If this is the best that Sam Darnold can do, then we in trouble.
It's the best.
No, he said it's the best that he can do. I'm saying this is some of the best football he's played consistently.
I never Sam's capable of more.
I'm about to jump on
Okay, it's great. This is the best football he's played consistently. We do need a better OC. I mean,
and by the way, okay, no, and Drew just said a mouthful. No, hold on, Twan. Drew just said a mouthful because Twan, this is the thing. None of us are saying, "Oh, Sam's the future of the Carolina Panthers at the quarterback position."
And Cody,
literally, no one is saying that. But no one is saying that, and all we're actually doing is saying that Sam Darnold, one, has improved his play tremendously from last year. He's bitching about him turning the ball over. He is decidedly not turning the ball over. He's running the offense under the frame that they've been giving him, that Ben McAdoo has given him. And like I said earlier, it's his third week in the offense. Like, there's a level of acclamation that you have to account for.
It down either.
Hey guys, let me tell you.
I want to say this.
Let me say something real quick.
Let me go to Kev. Let me go to Kev. Twan. Let me go.
Espresso, what's up, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna say. I've never said that Sam was good. I said he's been playing pretty good, but I'm still waiting for that glass slipper to fall off.
Right.
Like, I never said he was good. I just say he's been playing well.
I'm about to hop on this.
I agree with that.
I'm about to hop on this Cody. I'm about to hop on this Cody bandwagon though, bro. Because, damn, bro, at this point, I'm wishing the best for Corral, man. I'm wishing the most for him.
Yeah.
I'm wishing the most. But we got to go get another quarterback. I mean,
that's going to happen.
I disagree that we don't. I don't disagree we need another quarterback.
McAdoo, I'm telling you right now, McAdoo's not coming back next year, and Sam Darnold's not coming back next year.
Oh, Sam Darnold.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sam comes back.
Yeah. I was about to say.
I
would not be surprised if he gives them a good deal if they don't bring him back just so they have.
It's going to be dependent upon how he looks over the next 3 games because there's no way. I don't foresee the team moving off of Sam, and much to a lot of people's chagrin, if this team is up in the playoffs, heaven forbid they actually win a playoff game, you could all but guarantee that McAdoo was coming back and Sam's coming back. I'm not saying it's going to happen.
Sam's got a better chance of coming back than McAdoo does.
Yeah, because keeping McAdoo, that was Matt Rule's guy.
Exactly.
Keeping him.
Twan, I'll put 20
you got to understand, McAdoo is also the one that's high on Corral. So you don't want to move off the OC that's high on the QB.
That does not matter.
If Wilson's the head coach, he's not bringing McAdoo back.
They will keep the player over the coach.
The only coach that I see coming back, other if Steve Wilks gets the job, he'll bring Al Holcomb back because Al Holcomb's his guy. But I believe he keeps camping too to the offensive line, and I believe he brings back Tabor for the special teams. Other than that, I think coach is gone.
I don't know that Steve. No, we've talked about this before. I don't know that Steve Wilks, even though a lot of us want him to get the job, I think he's still earning it. I think these next 3 games are going to be very important for the future of Carolina Panthers coaches.
And it's not just. It's not, and I don't. And based off of what you're saying, Cody, I don't think it's based. I don't think it's just based off of for Steve Wilks to get the head coaching job. I think it's for Sam Darnold and other players as well.
Yeah, and like we're talking about Ben McAdoo here. If Ben the only chance, like everybody, Ben McAdoo is pink slip, like he's out. Listen, I'm not saying that he's the best offensive coordinator, but I'm just saying I think that you could probably do worse, and I do think there is something to be said that if Sam Darnold and this offense do make it to the playoffs. Well, what other offensive coordinator are you going to go get that's going to be better than that?
Cody.
I'm saying is that's available.
But hold up, Cody. This is not Steve Wilks' job yet, but if it does become his job, McAdoo is gone.
My question
Immediately.
is, my
Steve
question
Yeah, oh
Wilks
yeah,
will
no doubt.
have offensive coordinators knocking down his door.
Hey,
McAdoo
Drew,
should be
hey,
gone
Drew,
regardless.
My
You really
question
think
is,
so?
McAdoo,
Oh
if
yeah,
McAdoo wasn't the OC, he would have got rid of him when he got rid of when he got rid of the other coaches, man.
my
Yeah.
question, my question is Steve Wilks close to any of the OCs in the NFL that will produce a top 10 offense?
Bro, and that was my next point. Steve Wilks is a well-liked fucking coach. And even if we don't have him, we got to go get a good coach. A good coach will attract great players to want to come play in Carolina. Nobody wanted to play for Matt Rule. They just
No.
did it.
The old players didn't want to come back for him.
opportunities to come interview in Carolina.
They wouldn't even
Luke
come
Kuechly-
interview.
Luke Kuechly wouldn't even enter
Cam
the building.
Hamilton went back to Houston because he didn't want to come to Carolina.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, Wilkes can put together a fucking all-star coaching staff because they will come coach with him and he will go get a great quarterback, bro.
And Tepper
They
will
just
pay
wanna
the
get
money.
him out of there, bro.
Exactly, and Tepper will pay the money.
I don't
Yeah,
disagree
except
with that at all. I just think
Except
that,
that
like,
court.
I want to
that
know.
corner didn't want to come play for us.
I just want to
don't
know
what
what Steve Wilks' relationship looks like with these other OCs in the NFL.
I have no
Same.
idea.
I want to know, but like again, Drew, I'm not saying that you're wrong. That there would be people beating down the door to come be the offensive coordinator. I'm just saying who. Like, who is going to be the guy that has the better resume, that has the better type of offense? Like, we also don't even know, like, considering that Steve Wilks is kind of considered to be a conservative head coach, I can very much see him being confident and comfortable doing what we're doing now, having a run-first football team, get some play-action passes in there, run some bootlegs, get the quarterback outside the pocket, give him some easy open receivers downfield, and just be an aggressive downhill running
But if
football
our
team.
plan is to get a new quarterback this offseason, especially through the draft, he's going to be young. Is a
I think-
defensive mind at the head helm of our team the best option?
The question,
Like,
What
look
about-
at Zach Wilson. Real quick, look at
Yeah.
Zach
Sean
Wilson.
McDermott would like to have a
Do we
conversation
really
with you.
think Robert Saleh has helped his development any bit? He's a defensive
Zach
mind. No.
Wilson,
Zach
look,
Wilson
Zach-
was a bus waiting to
He's
happen.
a-
Zach Wilson is
he
a good
was.
quarterback.
But
He's a
y'all
good
don't
quarterback.
think
He's
it
just
would
in his
help
own way.
if he had someone to help? Like,
I
if
do.
we're gonna have a new young,
I have a
Hey,
guy
man.
I have a guy in mind that could be an offensive coordinator for Steve Wilks.
Cool.
Brian Johnson, he's the quarterback
nope.
coach at the Philadelphia Eagles.
Nah.
I was
Okay.
thinking somebody from
All right,
Shannon's
well,
offense.
yeah, wait, come on. Why are you saying nah? Like
Nah.
Jalen Hurts hadn't gotten
Okay.
I'm trying
better
to tell you this dude.
year
Hey,
to
look.
year.
Okay.
What are you
Look,
talking
man.
about?
okay.
I'm
So Brian
so excited
Johnson's
for
just a
next
piece
year.
of shit, huh?
yeah.
I'm so excited for next year because I feel like these guys are going to finally go out and get the right people on that coaching staff, man.
So
That's
Brian
what-
Johnson wouldn't be a good offensive coordinator for Steve Wilks
Do you really want to keep Steve
Mhm.
Wilks and like repeat the Ron
after what
Rivera
he's
era?
done with Jalen Hurts?
Well, how about
Hey,
this?
the
Hold on, no,
Rivera
wait,
era
hold on,
got
time
One
out.
guy, man.
But hold on, time out. We're bringing
It
up. We're
did,
bringing up
but
a good.
it fell
we're-
off
we're-
towards the end.
but
'cause
look,
it's getting
JJ
outdated.
I mean, I like Dorsey
Jay.
too.
I
Look,
like
listen,
Ken Dorsey,
JJ
but Ken Dorsey wants
is
a head
bringing
coaching
up a.
job. He's not going to take an offensive coordinating job.
Listen,
then- well,
JJ
then,
is
hey.
bringing up a good question, right? Now, there's a lot of Steve Wilks defenders, myself included. I would love to see Steve Wilks get an offseason. However, I have always been a champion of the idea of pairing your young quarterback with an offensive-minded coach. That way, whenever you have a good offense, you're not worrying about some other team coming to pluck away your offensive coordinator.
There's only
the
been one
moment-
situation
Yeah,
where that hasn't worked out, and that's the Cardinals because they fucked up with Cliff Kingsbury. Everybody hated the Cardinals when they made that move because he wasn't successful in college. Every
Right.
other one, Zach Taylor and Joe Burrow, Mike McDaniels and Tua, Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts. I can
Yeah.
keep going like another 5 fingers listing off quarterback and new offensive-minded head coaches, and they're having success. And it's just shown. Do we really think Steve Wilks is possible of doing what the Vikings just did? Kevin O'Connell's a brand new head coach,
Yeah.
year 1 doing that. Like,
Yeah.
come on. Like,
Yep.
these new offensive minds are doing things that just some
I mean,
others
you might be
can't.
able to get like Shane Steichen from the Eagles too, but I mean the problem is it's like most of these offensive coordinators are going to be looking for head coaching jobs. They're not looking for
Exactly.
another OC.
Yeah,
Well, it's not going to be. I'm going to tell you like this. Next year, it's not going to be a whole lot of head coaching jobs available. So they're going to have to make a decision.
I would.
This
It's not
past
going to be a whole
offseason
lot of
was
head coaches
Brian
getting fired this
Dable,
year, bro.
Kevin O'Connell, Mike McDaniels, and Doug Peterson. This is why I agree with Cody a
Hey,
lot on that Trevor Lawrence trade, because I feel like Matt Rule would not have survived after Trevor Lawrence's rookie year. We would have immediately gotten rid of him and went after a new coach.
What about
and we would have,
what
and we
about
would have
Deuce
had our
Staley?
quarterback.
Tepper wouldn't have.
What
Hey,
about
hang
Deuce
on.
Staley?
I dropped out. No. Look, I mean, look, JJ, I'm on your side. Like, I'm torn because everything that JJ just said is everything I've been feeling for years now. I want to pair an offensive-minded head coach that's dynamic, that knows how to scheme defenses. I want that for the Panthers. I've wanted that for as long as I can remember. The only thing is there have been a lot of it might not be recent, but there have been a lot of defenses that understand how to build their team and how to put their players in a advantageous position. Look at Sean McDermott up there with the Buffalo Bills. That's a defensive head coach. Mike Tomlin is a defensive head coach.
The
There are
Lions
a lot
head
of
coach.
You mean the
But look what
ex-Panthers
Well,
coach?
Ben
Sean
Campbell
McDermott
is
can't get
a
over the
tight
hump.
end, so
Sean
he's
McDermott
more
can't get
offensive
over the
minded.
hump, though.
My bad.
He had the number one defense last year and got in the shootout in the playoffs and
Hey guys,
lost.
listen. Just because you're a good coach somewhere doesn't mean you're gonna go to another program and change it around.
That's
It don't
also
It don't
true.
work like that. It don't work like
That's why you take risk.
that. I know,
Yeah.
but it don't
You
work
have
like
to.
that.
You
Every
have to.
time a
You,
player
you
steps
don't
on
know.
the field, you don't know if they
You don't know.
they
You don't
healthy.
know if Brian Callahan from
The risk.
Cincinnati, the offensive coordinator, is going to be good. You don't know if Eric Bieniemy from KC is going to be a good head coach. You don't know
Right.
if
I
Ben
mean, you're
Johnson
right.
from
I mean,
Detroit
we
is
gotta
going to
see
be good.
it.
You
We
don't
gotta see
know.
it in action.
You don't know
But
if these OCs that could be looking for head coaching jobs are actually going to be as good as what their resume says. Like,
well,
you
hasn't
don't
Wilkes
know if it's
earned the
going to
job?
fit.
Anybody on here
No.
think Wilkes hasn't earned the job?
But that's why
Like,
you
Hey,
take
Wilkes
the
hold
really
risk.
earned
You
the
take
job,
that.
though.
on right quick.
Hey, let me
Hold
get
up right
Locke.
quick.
Go ahead, Locke.
Go ahead, Locke.
Go ahead, Locke.
I've been fighting with my phone the last couple of minutes. I know y'all been seeing me go in and out my damn phone acting want to act stupid, but
Nah, you
look,
good, bro. Jumping on this coach conversation.
hey, look, I've been telling Twan and Drew the last couple shows that Steve Wilkes he has to show he deserves the job the last 3 games. You cannot just give him the job. And everybody's talking about these young, wet behind the ears, breath smelling like Similac, young coaches that ain't never coached. David Tepper, he wants
He's
an
not gonna be
experienced
one of them.
coach. He wants an experienced coach. He wants somebody like a Sean Payton or Jim, somebody who's shown that they can win at the NFL level. You know what I mean? Like he's not gonna let Wilkes go and hire some rookie ass coach, man. Y'all gotta think about that shit, man. He's not gonna hire no rookie coach. He's gonna hire somebody that has experience.
Yep.
He's
You know what I
right.
mean?
He's right.
No, that's a great point, Locke.
Hey,
No, I mean that's a
Matt
great
Rule
point.
ruined all that shit. He ain't fucking with no more young coaches, bro.
Yeah,
No,
but I
yeah.
mean, I
Well,
don't even
inexperienced.
necessarily think. I don't even think Young is the problem. I
No,
think
it's
he
Well,
wants
inexperience
experience.
is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he wants experience. And by the
Right.
way, people laugh at me every time I bring this up. But dude, I'm telling you,
Don't you
Bill
dare.
O'Brien
Don't you
has
don't.
David
God damn it.
Tepper written all over him, dude. And
You
if you
keep that
think
man away
about,
from Carolina.
but they're not gonna lie and be the GM like it was in
Hold
Hey,
on.
White
Houston,
Tiger
bro.
Espresso,
Like,
you
Bill
know what's
O'Brien
coming.
wasn't the worst head coach. It was when he
right,
got GM privileges.
He also
right.
pissed off
Thanks,
all the
Simple as.
players.
JJ.
So
Hey,
David
He
Tepper has
pissed off
learned
the
his
players.
lesson to not give head
If
coaches.
Cody,
We hope
if Cody
David
could,
Tepper learned his
oh,
lesson
I'm
to
sorry.
not
Go
give
ahead,
the
DJ.
coach all the privileges.
Right, that's
He
what I'm
pissed off
saying.
the
Like,
players.
David Tepper, especially after coming off of what Matt Rule did, David Tepper is not going to let some other head now be able to run the front office and the team. I believe that he trusts in Scott Fitterer. I don't even think Bill O'Brien would want that kind of job anymore, where he's having to do all these different roles.
He
If you
pisses
just let
players
him be
off,
if
Cody.
you just let him be a
I
head
don't
coach,
want
I
Bill
think
O'Brien anywhere near this football team. And two,
Thank
you
you.
just ixnayed John Harbaugh.
Yeah,
Hold on,
no
Bill
way.
Yeah.
O'Brien
Give me
made the
Jim
playoffs
Harbaugh.
several years.
You're
though.
not getting Jim Harbaugh not getting full control. Jim Harbaugh's not coming. So you
Hey,
can
Yeah.
Cody wants Dabo to come coach. Cody
There's
wants Dabo to
there's
come coach.
88
never
people.
said
No, you
Bill
keep that
O'Brien
man
was
away
able
from him.
to take advantage of a weak AFC South for a half decade. You don't think he could do that for the NFC South? Especially
Right.
Hey,
because
Cody,
we
if they
have
gave
the
Dabo
brightest
the job,
future
would
out
you
of
be
all
happy?
4 teams.
Cody, there's
JJ.
89 people watching this. There's only 49 likes. Why is
Oh,
there
yeah,
not?
my
Man, hit the
Why is
like
there not,
button.
Go
why
like
is there
that.
not 91 likes? Why is there not 91 likes? Pound
There's
that
at
like
least
button.
49 now.
Subscribe,
And,
man.
and you know what? My man CK is not here, but I'll still hit y'all with the. Subscriber shame, damn it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell for every single time the C3 Panthers podcast goes live. You see, this discussion is lit, having a great discussion about quarterbacks, about coaches, and all of it's relevant, man. Dude, you've all
Cody.
made some great points. Yeah, go ahead, man.
I'll take Joe Brady over Bill O'Brien.
Man, no, you won't.
Dude, now you're
Yes,
just
I
being
will.
emotional.
Yes, I will. In
No,
a
you
heartbeat.
won't.
Now you're being emotional. Hey, let me ask y'all this. To everyone that doesn't want Bill O'Brien, tell
All
me
right.
the very no, I'm being real. Tell me
No.
the
I'm
very
being real, too.
specific reason why you don't
I
want
need
it.
to check for
Go
a
ahead.
fever, I think, real quick.
His
No.
biggest flaw of his head coaching tenure was trading DeAndre Hopkins. DJ Moore is the most quiet receiver in the NFL. I'm just gonna let that be out there. Like Bill O'Brien didn't he didn't have too many questionable game calling decisions outside of that KC game, but their whole franchise has been down the hill since then. I
Yeah.
mean, like
Listen, I'm not even
He
like
pissed,
saying Bill
he pissed
O'Brien's
off
my
half
number one
the
choice.
players when he was there.
Yeah.
Nobody
But
wanted
again,
to
there
play
was
for
when
him
he
anymore.
became the G. I mean, look, we ain't
No,
gotta
he
stay
didn't
on
want.
this.
He didn't tell
Look, I
Watson
think
they
that
traded.
I'm not saying we should go get Bill, but I'm just saying it wouldn't be the worst option. Like
yeah,
No,
we
but the
could do
thing
a
is,
lot.
like
We could do a lot
no.
worse than Bill
I'm
O'Brien.
just
Yeah.
tired
Go ahead,
of
Alex.
board.
Usually
I'm just
Bill
I'll
the
tell you
O'Brien
what
problem
did.
is with this
coordinator
the
head
problem
coach.
with this organization. Ever since we got rid of Ron Rivera, I feel like we've been throwing shit at the wall and seeing if it sticks.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That was my
Hey,
whole
Rose
argument.
slid right down the wall.
hey, let me,
That
Hey,
right
let
there
me-
is
let
the
me-
main reason why
Who said
I
that?
want consistency out of the coaching position. Like when I'm rooting for Wilts for one is Wilts took over with 12 games remaining on the season. I figured that if that man was able to get 6 wins out of those 12, then he would be worthy of remaining the head coach. It's looking like he might be able to get a little bit more than that. So you finish with a record of 7-10, 8-9. I want consistency out of this coaching out of the Panthers because they haven't had any kind of consistency since they got rid of Rivera, and that, in my opinion, is part of the reason why the Panthers are continuing to struggle.
Here's the crazy thing that you just said. Like you want to go 7-10 or 8-9. If we go 7-10 or 8-9, we have a playoff chance. That's the crazy thing because if you remember back, like what was it, like 2 years ago, or maybe it was 3 years ago. I can't remember, but it was like when the Washington they went 7-9 and made the playoffs.
Yeah,
It was last year. It was last year. With
okay, last
Rivera.
year. Thank you.
It was the year
remember
before
that,
last because that was the year Tampa Bay went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
yeah,
about
that was Ron Rivera's first
2014 where
year.
we went
That's right.
7-8-1, and then
Yeah.
that
It
was
was
the year
Ron
that
Rivera's
Atlanta
first
went
year.
5-0 and then collapsed.
So I
Yeah,
mean,
and by the way, that 2014 season was the starting point to what we did in 2015. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I've compared this season to 2014. So we're not. I don't think we're as far away.
But again,
As a
that's
lot of
why
people
you
might-
want to keep it going. We've got a
Yeah.
guy who the players respect, the players want there. The
Yeah.
fans are rallying around this guy.
That's all.
He
hey,
knows
Jude,
Charlotte. He's
that's
from
all
Charlotte.
that matters.
And I love Steve Wilkes because I love the morale. I love the morale he
knows
brings.
what that
to the
mantra of
team.
Carolina Panther football is.
Well, I
That's
love-
why you want that man at the top of your coaching tree.
Another thing I love about
Drew,
Steve
let me
Wilkes
add to what
too
you just
is
said, Drew.
another thing
And
I
that's
love
a lot
about
of coaches.
Steve Wilkes is another thing I love about Steve Wilkes is that he brings not even just like the game of football to these players, but he also gets in their personal life and like teaches them about how to live life and how to be responsible and stuff like that. And I think that's the biggest thing in the NFL is just saying, hey, like you're doing this for your family and stuff like that. And I love that.
Honestly,
Especially
I
for
don't
young
really
players,
care
like
about
for
any
They
of that.
want to do that though.
for young
Honestly, I
players,
don't really
like,
care
that's
about
a
any of
big
that.
deal.
Well, you don't have
I
to
mean, no,
care
that's
about it, but
important.
me personally, I like it.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. It's cool. Like, don't get me
What you-
wrong, but like, I think it
just
doesn't
said was
matter before it
absolutely
comes
correct.
success.
Hey, what's his name? Pantherology. What you just said was absolutely fucking correct on the dime. I respect you for what you just said. And you know what that's called,
Yeah.
Pantherology? It's called a culture. A fucking culture. Something that the Panthers have not known for a while. It's
Yep.
called the culture.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck who any of us want. It's about who the players want.
So we're gonna start creating more of an off the field culture than an on the field culture.
Yeah, there's probably a great.
He gives both, though. He
I
gives
don't
both.
care
Like, what do you
what good
mean?
of
I
a
just
guy he
said,
is.
like, he gives both. I just said he gives both. Like, he gives the personal side and he gives on the field side. Like, he gives both sides,
This
and
is
that's what
on
you
the
And those
need.
field.
players
Like,
respect
good
him when
enough,
they
though.
screw up. He's flat out. He tells them you screwed up. He is
And when you
not.
come and when you
Listen, if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's going to get figured out at the end. Like, we're in this process. We're all in this together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
He
Jay,
doesn't
And this
tell them
whole
what they
chat,
want to hear. He
this
tells them
whole
what they
my
need to hear.
channel, Cody's channel, all of y'all, we're all in this together, and that's what he's explaining to these players on the field or off the field. We're all in this together. If one
Right.
fucks up, you're going to be out. If I
So-
fuck up, I'm out too.
Yeah. Hang on. I want to let Alex jump in on it. Alex,
I
jump in
love
on
that
this,
he's
bro.
not
What were
afraid
you
to
gonna
tell the
say?
players that too. Bye,
yeah,
Robbie.
no, I
Bye,
mean,
Robbie.
the thing is like, you know, Steve Wilkes, like he's done a really, really good job with what he's had. I mean, he's came in here with rules doing. So, I mean, you have to, I feel like you got to give that man a shot, you know, just because like what he's done, he's a 500 coach right now, pretty much with the team that pretty much was
built.
doing that Matt Rule built. And then another thing, Cody, with the, you know, the Bill O'Brien thing, I really think a lot of times average coaches, like when you have a great quarterback, like when Deshaun Watson was there, makes him look good. I mean,
He was winning
honestly.
divisions before Deshaun.
Yeah, but I don't.
He had
I mean,
playoff
Houston-
wins before Deshaun.
Yeah, but he was not like when Deshaun Watson was there. That's when Houston was on
We
the
all
rise.
know that's when they had chance at a Super Bowl, but like because they had a franchise guy,
Right.
but he still had like success.
You have to have both.
You know,
What with Shaw?
Yeah,
Matt
you have
Shaw?
to have both.
Bring
You
him
thought
in
who
as
was it?
offensive coordinator, just not as a head coach.
Who was their who they were winning playoffs with who before Deshaun? Because they had to have
They
had
had
to get Deshaun.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
Matt Shaw?
When they
Brian
traded up. But remember, they traded up for Deshaun.
They beat the
So they-
Raiders in a playoff game at home
Yeah.
in 2017. The 2016-17.
Oh yeah, that's when they had Brock Osweiler at quarterback too.
Yeah, that's who it was.
It
Brock.
was Brock.
I mean, listen. Yeah, look. All I'm saying about Bill O'Brien, and I think JJ's saying the same thing. Like, if you look at just the X's and O's and how they coach a football team, Bill O'Brien is not a bad coach.
No,
Now,
He
he
just
is a bad.
Steve Wilkes right now. Honestly,
No,
And
I don't disagree with that.
He's
at
a
all.
he's a bad general manager, and that he doesn't need to
I'm
have.
just saying. I just like the
he
way
gave up
Steve
2
Wilkes.
firsts for the left.
I just like the
tackle
way
and
Steve
Kenny
Wilkes
Stills.
coaches.
And
I
that's
just
why
like
I
the way
said
Steve
bring him
Wilkes-
on as offensive coordinator.
But
Let him
remember
quarterbacks
what
in the
they,
offense. Just don't want him as a head coach.
The problem is,
Remember what
the problem is with the whole coaching thing though is that these OCs are not going to be looking for another OC job. They're going for a
No.
head
He's a college
Right.
OC,
That's
though.
why I don't think that they can do
and
better
I
than
don't
Ben
think
McAdoo.
and I don't think that like if we got Bill O'Brien as an OC, sure. I mean we'll give him a chance to see what happens. But in the meantime, what we need to be looking for right now is in this next coming draft is building the trenches. And if we do that, we can set up for success with a quarterback in the next draft.
I think there's a
Bill-
reason
Bill-
Bill
by the
O'Brien
way,
went to
Bill O-
college.
By the way,
basically,
Bill O'Brien was
Wait,
not.
hold on,
You're
time out.
gonna
Let
put
Kevin
off
go,
the
let Kevin go.
quarterback for another draft. You planning on trading up?
I think we should do it the other way around. I think
You gotta do what you gotta do,
a
which is
quarterback
what most teams have
and
done.
have and envision that we're building this team around that quarterback. That's how a lot of teams have sustained success. I mean, like we
That's
look at
what
the
I'm saying.
Jets. Even if you don't hit on that pick like the Jets, they built a team around Zach Wilson. We
Mhm.
know the Jets are literally a guy like Trevor Lawrence, Deshaun Watson away from making that leap.
Yeah.
I feel like no matter who it is, I feel like we really should just go with quarterback and build around that. It really speeds up the process, kind of.
So
Instead
you
of
still
just
think that we should go after like a CJ Stroud or a Bryce Young that make the same throws that both can make because they make the same throws.
So,
they don't
but if
excite
you're doing
me
that,
in
you're
either way.
basically saying you want to trade assets, which is something we shouldn't be doing right now.
But what
But
about giving-
but if we already built in the trenches, we won't have to trade those assets. We would only have to trade maybe future draft picks, if anything.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So
Future
what about-
draft assets? I don't want
But
to
if
trade.
we've already built it inside the trenches, we won't have it
I got
won't
you,
be
KP.
hurting us.
Well, we still need another defensive tackle. We need another defensive
We can
end.
do that in this draft.
We need a. Okay, so who are you getting? Okay, so you're saying Panthers. What you're saying is you put it off till next year. You go through your draft
Free
this year,
agents.
and you want to draft a quarterback the following season, correct?
Correct.
So again, at that point, to do what you want to do to get one of those top quarterbacks, you're gonna still have to trade future assets in order to move up.
Right? But we've already got the assets in.
with the 8th overall pick, it's not crazy to feel like CJ Stroud could fall.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's
wait. I want to get KPM on it.
It's
KPM
my
's been-
opinion. You don't have to like
hold
it.
on,
It is what it
1
is.
second, Clay. I want to get KPM on this. KPM has something you wanted to add. Go ahead, KP.
All right. So when I was hearing Clay talk about building the trenches and just getting assets around a quarterback, I completely agree with that. I think that, us taking a chance on a quarterback right now, let's hold off on it. I say let's try to give Matt Corral a shot. By us drafting a quarterback in the first round, it is going to completely start the opportunity to see what you can get out of Matt Corral. And y'all don't realize that we traded up to get Corral last year.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying like that was what I was saying. Like, not necessarily, let's say if Matt Corral works out, then we did the right move of base already building in the trenches, right? So if Matt Corral works out, then we look like freaking golden.
But at the same time, even though we traded up for him, we're going to be devoting a whole season to Matt Corral as him to be our plan. We're not going to have as much patience with Matt Corral as we would a top 10 pick. We would be
so then the worst case scenario then the worst case scenario is then this. Let's say we go we went really bad. We won like 2 games. Okay, so then you go into the draft, you get Caleb Williams, you're good to go.
Another reason why we shouldn't be looking to draft the QB.
I don't understand why that's so bad.
I don't think we're gonna be
another reason why we shouldn't be.
Williams.
Everybody want to talk over. So everybody want to talk.
We shouldn't be.
Look, we gotta try and go.
Quarterbacks that's coming out of this draft now.
Hold on, look, we gotta try and go kind of one at a time. You can interrupt a little, but we're trying to go one at a time. JD, I heard you, and then I'll go to Locks. JD, go ahead, man.
Yeah, I was going to say another reason why we shouldn't be trying to draft a quarterback in this upcoming draft, regardless of who the head coach may be. You got to assume that, like I said, if you assume Sam comes back, Corral is there. You draft another QB, you're putting all 3 of those guys, or you're putting Corral in that newly drafted QB in a position that Corral was in this past offseason. They're not going to get reps. So if either one of them is pressed into action, you're not going to see what either one of them is actually capable of. You're much better off, like Clay was saying. My personal opinion is we definitely need a defensive end. Like, we need another pass rusher opposite Burns, because that Steelers game, for all the ridicule that Keith Taylor was getting, part of the problem with our defense this season is we lack a pass rush if we don't blitz. If you're able to just get a pass rush with just the front 4, then you can drop everybody else in the coverage and you can help guys that might struggle one-on-one. So the Panthers definitely have other needs outside of the QB position. Again,
Right.
you could set this team up like was it the Chiefs? How they had Alex Smith, game manager level QB, and then you go out and you get the guy like. It's much better to just go ahead and flesh out the rest of the team.
Well, hold on. I want to say this real quick, right?
It also
To anyone in here, and like this comment right here, people are sleeping on Matt Corral, and honestly, dude, I'm getting fucking tired of it, bro. Like when you look at film, you have to go through this year's draft class and find me some kind of special talent or trait that any of these draftable quarterbacks have that Matt Corral either can't do or will never be able to do. You can't find it, man. You can't find it.
There's not a QB in this upcoming draft that's better.
I don't think it's that Matt Corral doesn't have talent.
How do you know that?
But this is what we're saying.
Please let me know, JJ. I would love to know why.
I didn't think he doesn't have the talent. It's not that I don't think he doesn't. I think
you just said you did.
No, I said I don't think it's that he doesn't have the talent. It's just I want the team to go in a whole new direction.
So you think CJ Stroud out of Ohio State's going to be better than him? Because
I'm not saying
name any Ohio State quarterback. Name any Ohio State quarterback that's ever.
But JJ, even if you want, hold on, even if. Well, then I'll let you go, Kev. Even if you want to move in a different direction, what says that we couldn't move in that direction with Matt Corral? Like, what is it about it stuck as like what some kind of RPO quarterback? Like, yeah, he was RPO in college, but just because they asked him to do something a lot or didn't ask him to do something a lot doesn't mean that he can't do it. It just means that he needs time to acclimate to the NFL. The final point, then I'm going to let Kevin go, is that if you did do what Clay said, and let's say you took a defensive end or a defensive tackle, but then you get to continue to build upon the entire football team, give Matt Corral the best possible chance to be a good quarterback, and if he flames out, then you still have a good team. Go and trade up and get your quarterback. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, Kev.
And if Wilkes gets this job and he drafts a rookie quarterback in the first round, I still don't think that rookie is going to start week one because I don't think Wilkes can afford to have an unknown rookie start week one, especially with all the journey he's gone through to get another head coaching job. To trust like an unproven rookie. Like all those rookie quarterbacks are probably going to sit here.
We'll probably end up signing Sam to a 1 or 2 year.
Hey, I want to let me add somebody real quick. Drew thinks that this man is the ultimate jinx. But I don't care, dude. He brings me beer, and I fucking love him anyway. It's Nick Montero. What up, Nick?
Nick.
What's up, guys?
Nick.
Hold on, Cody. Me and D, baby, we talked, and you are the bad luck charm, given the fact that
no, I'm not. Hey, Drew already threw you under the bus. He said you made that shit up.
But hey, I only have time to stop in for just a second. I wanted to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays. Stay safe,
you
and I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys next week, and hopefully after we get a W.
Stay away from the bank. Stay away.
Hey, is that the guy that's from Myrtle?
No.
Okay.
Ready for mass.
Hey, Nick.
No, Nick is the one who goes all the Panthers games that they
Are
lose.
you the guy who's 0-6 when you show up?
Yes.
Yeah,
Hey, Nick.
He's one of those.
Stay away from the bank.
Hey, Nick, before you go in the stadium, before you go,
Nick said they lose one.
I was going to say bring a rabbit's foot before you go to the
Bring
stadium.
a whole damn rabbit.
Bring a rabbit. Something.
y'all dude. Shout out to Nick. Hey, anyone who brings me beer, they're cool by me, man. But I mean, look, like I understand people are gonna feel a lot of different ways about these quarterbacks, but I don't know. I just think that I would like to have Corral have a shot before we before we think that he's not the guy. Like, hey, let him try, man. Let him show us that he's not capable before we go and just dismiss him. You know, he
But
was
what
once
kind of
upon a
message
time.
is that going to send to the players? That's my biggest concern. It's not Matt Corral ain't got the arm. I really do think Matt Corral is talented, and I wouldn't mind us playing him. But what kind of message does that send to our star players like Brian Burns? Like, what if Matt Corral doesn't end up being good and he doesn't want to re-sign with us?
Does a
But how are you
rookie
going to know
send
if
a
he?
better
How are you going to know if the guy's going to be good if you don't play him? That is my
But if you
question.
start a
Right,
rookie
right.
quarterback, you're probably going to get the same
Hey, Cody, can I go
results.
next?
He's going to have a
Right.
shorter leash, though, because he's a later round pick.
So
Yeah, go ahead,
you're going
Twan.
to tell me CJ Stroud is going to be any
I
better
didn't say
because
CJ Stroud.
and freaking any Ohio State quarterback that's ever come out has been trash every time.
Well,
they
and JJ,
start?
like JJ, that's what we're saying. Even if you don't like Matt Corral, that's fine. But it's also kind of naive to assume that you're going to draft a quarterback and then they're going to be ready to go year one, their rookie year in the NFL. Like
And then we'll
that
watch Bryce
probably
Young's.
isn't.
I said,
Then we'll watch Bryce Young's balls get batted down just like Baker Mayfield.
And we're not getting Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. So,
yeah, we're
like,
probably not.
All right, so
I was
first,
just. No, you
okay.
good?
So
Go ahead,
with,
Tom.
with these, all right. So first of all, if you do your history and you study good, everybody always wants the high quarterback from college, and teams want to take for those guys. First of all, the best quarterbacks that come out of college league regularly are bad quarterbacks. It doesn't correlate because they go to bad teams in the NFL.
Will Levis is the
It
one we won't
doesn't
have to set
usually
up
cross
for.
over. So let's name some guys that's doing well. They got picked up early. Joe Burrow. Then when you start naming other quarterbacks that are doing well, they got picked in later rounds. That's the only reason why I won't totally deny what Cody's saying with
That's
Corral.
not true. That's not true at all. Hold
It
on,
is-
where's my phone? Because I saw a
No,
picture. All the good
it
AFC
is in
quarterbacks
it.
are all
Hey,
first round
listen.
picks.
So
In the
name
AFC, but not the
so name
NFC.
the great quarterbacks that went in the first round.
Hold
A lot
on, I
of
got a
them picked right
picture
now.
of it. I got a picture of it somewhere on my phone.
That's
Because
playing right now. There was a
Josh
lot
Allen
of
was a top 10 pick. Patrick Mahomes was
Yep.
number 10. Deshaun Watson was
Yep.
12. Who else?
Yep.
Who else is in the AFC? Tua was a
Joe
top 10
Burrow,
pick.
Joe
Herbert
Burrow,
was
Joe
a top
Burrow
10
was
pick.
number one.
Joe Burrow
Trevor,
was number
Trevor
overall.
Lawrence,
Like
Trevor
all
Lawrence.
the elite quarterbacks, the
Trevor Lawrence is
quarterback.
trash.
Are you
Trevor
telling me
Lawrence-
Tua
Trevor Lawrence ain't
Tagovailoa is an elite quarterback?
I didn't
Trevor
say
Lawrence
Tua
is
was
not
elite.
elite.
I just said he was good and was drafted high.
No, but what I asked you was elite. I said name the elite
You
quarterbacks.
only
out of
named
my
three
fault, my
elite
fault.
quarterbacks.
The other
But listen,
7 I
but
There's
listen,
not a
named.
lot of elite
Hey, look,
quarterbacks
Cody,
on the
this
league.
is
Yeah,
my
I was going
point.
to
I'm
say
gonna let
there's
him
like
have
only
that.
5 of them.
Cody,
There's
I'm
only
gonna
Like,
let
I
him
was
have
saying,
that.
like you look at the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL. Most of them were drafted. About 9 out of 10 of them were drafted.
JJ, I'm gonna let you have that. But listen, JJ, you named 4 guys over the last 6 years. That don't
Yeah.
equate.
Huh?
That's not good. You just
But
named 4
hold
guys.
on,
They're dominating the NFL right now. What are you
The-
talking about?
Hey, I have
Take
my
the
own
flip
Panther over
side.
here. Y'all want to see him?
Listen, man, the better quarterbacks in the league got picked in later rounds. Man. I know some do.
No.
Listen, look, guys, nobody is right and wrong. You're both right and wrong. You can name a bunch of players that were picked in the top 10, like JJ was doing, and he's not wrong. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, like all of these guys are big time quarterbacks that were drafted high. However, if you look at the NFC, there's a lot of later round guys that are in good situations and they're balling out right now. So
I just don't think that some people listen in this fucking chat.
There's like
I
Jalen
didn't
Hurts and
say-
that's it.
I didn't say that it wasn't any elite quarterbacks.
Brock Purdy,
that
Dak
told
Prescott.
us out in the first
bro.
round.
Come on,
I
bro.
said it's not
He's
a
a
lot.
Prescott.
So whoever just said that, like Twan's just
Pres-
talking.
Prescott's a turnover
Whoever
machine.
said that it wasn't any.
Still on
I
Dak.
said it's not a lot. A lot of the guys that are doing well in the NFL, a lot of them that are doing well got picked in later rounds. They went to a
Yeah, that's true.
They're also doing well because they're in a good
guys,
position.
but like,
The
look,
franchise put them in a good position though. Like,
but you can't copy and paste.
y'all
his
said Tua
opinions,
wasn't
though.
elite, but the franchise put him in an elite situation. The Dolphins were nothing before they had Tua. You know, like they've been able to turn their.
They were nothing until they got Tyreek Hill and Jalen.
Well,
Exactly.
Right. That's right.
Mike McDaniels was gonna cover that up. What are you talking? All right.
Mike
You can't
McDaniels.
tell me. You can't tell me Tua is elite.
I didn't say he was elite, like top 10. I don't think Tua's top 10. I never said he was elite.
But the way you're making it sound,
I'm just saying, but he's having proven success right now. Is he not?
He's having a great year.
I would have a great year if I had a decent offensive line and Jalen Waddle and freaking Tyreek Hill.
We're sitting here talking shit about Tua. He's better than anything we've had for the past 5 years.
And that's the sad part.
That's debatable.
What do y'all see as elite? What is elite to y'all? Like, what is elite to y'all? Like, I keep hearing elite.
Elite
Oh yeah, me too. I
quarterback
can hit elite right now.
who would get us a win this past Sunday, where the run game wasn't working, everything wasn't in our favor, but they were still able to make the plays to get us a win.
Yeah,
there's only like 3 or 4 guys. There's only like 3 or 4 guys.
Yeah,
That was
and Tua's not one of them.
It's not just 5 guys.
Hey, Cody.
Elite?
There's only like 3, maybe 4 guys that could do that.
Yeah.
Hey, watch this. Watch this, just to prove a point.
Was Kirk Cousins gonna do that?
many-
No.
No.
He wouldn't have won the game. And he's just okay. He's just average.
He just
quarterback.
has
He's having
Justin
a good-
Jefferson.
But that's all we. But here's the thing.
Kirk
I think that
Cousins
that's a
is a
good.
little
That's a
better
good
than
example
just
though,
okay.
right there. That's all Carolina needs. Carolina, all they need is an average quarterback that
Right.
can actually put the ball down
No,
the
that
field.
is not
And-
all we need.
All right, well then
But
go
JJ,
get,
hold on,
I would love for you to tell me the next Aaron Rodgers.
This franchise
Wait,
had
wait,
an
wait.
MVP franchise
But okay,
quarterback.
but this
and
way,
still
okay,
didn't
you
go
just
for
talked
the
about you just talked about the Dolphins in
What's up, bro?
Philadelphia and how they put good players around them. But that's what
Yes.
we're talking about. But okay, but that's literally what we're talking about. If the let's just say we ran with Matt Corral next year and you signed Sam Darnold to a 2-year contract, then you go with the rookie. You add another receiver, a big-time receiver in the draft. You add another big-time defensive tackle. You add another pass-catching tight end, and now you don't have to have, a superstar quarterback like a Josh Allen in order to make that team run. Like we're
Just like
watching
at San
Brock
Francisco.
Purdy. Yes, we're watching Brock
That's
Purdy
what I've
with
been saying.
the
You only
49ers.
need average.
Mr.
Like you don't
Irrelevant
need anything
is out
crazy.
Kirk Cousins.
Mr.
Kirk
Irrelevant
Cousins.
is out there balling.
Dak Prescott even.
But
I don't
when we
know
run
about
into
that.
those
Dak
quarterbacks
Prescott's
who
that's a
are
push.
like that. What about when we run into those quarterbacks who are like that?
But guys, listen to this.
Look.
Cody, look at this point. Cody.
49ers did, and they
Kirk
beat
Cousins beat Josh Allen this year.
yeah,
let me
and
get this out.
Jimmy
Let me
Garoppolo
get this
beat
out. Listen.
Aaron Rodgers.
So, how many of you guys would take Dak Prescott right now?
Absolutely.
Oh, I would take Dak Prescott.
How many of
Well,
you
right
guys
now,
would take
yes.
Tua? How many of you guys would take Tua right now?
No.
No, too
No.
injury prone.
No,
man.
you hear that? This is the curse of the Panthers. We're sitting there talking about who the fuck we won't take when we only have shitty quarterbacks.
Well, we don't
Yeah,
know
but you
what
have to be
Matt Corral
healthy,
is
man.
yet, though. That's the
What
only
would you
thing is
say
what we're
to it?
saying. We just don't
Yo,
know.
Cody,
We don't know
oh,
what
you're
we
talking about
have until
LTV,
they
yet
play.
your main man's Matt Corral.
I'm not
Wait,
saying
so-
he's my main man. What I'm saying is we don't know what we have until they play.
When is he gonna
Cody,
play?
hey,
What if
Cody.
he gets injured
But
next year?
you're about to tell me
Well,
on the
then,
Corral
I guess
thing.
we're
What
wrong.
if anyone gets injured? Literally, anyone can get injured. They're
I-
playing.
No,
let's
but
not
like,
keep it.
Anybody
he's
can get
already
injured.
got a proven history of getting injured.
Travis
Like,
Etienne had the same injury last
So
year,
is Tua
and he went over
Tagovailoa.
1,000 yards rushing this
he's
year.
a running back.
Hey, so does Thomas
But
Davis.
that's my
Thomas Davis
point.
came back
He
from
had
how many years?
JJ, you just made my point. He had a Liz Frank
Well, I
injury
said
on
Thomas
his
Davis. I
foot,
like that.
and he rushed for 1,000 yards this year. So it's not like it's some injury that will never be come back from.
Right.
Like,
Hey, Cody.
that-
Cody, this is why you play Corral now, man. You started it and you see the light. This is why you play Corral now. Because Corral is going to be coming into a great situation, unlike a lot of other quarterbacks. Because our team is already fucking good.
Listen,
Yes.
this is how I see
right.
it.
No
Yeah,
lie,
I
how
think
would you
Corral.
feel about Jordan Love.
Corral has
Go ahead,
been
KP.
unfairly.
Jordan
No.
Love, my God.
I said
No.
Corral's got an unfair look at him because of
Hey.
how he played in one preseason
Your
game before he got
aspirations are
hurt.
high up there.
People don't realize that Corral in that game played behind a fifth and a sixth string offensive line.
Yep.
He got cut the next day.
Yes, every one of them.
Cody. Hey guys, let me tell you something. And when Jalen Rose, not Jalen, I said Jalen Hurts. When Jalen Hurts got picked up by the Eagles, right? Who did Carolina pick up instead of him in that same round?
Yeturgros Matos.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yep.
I know,
Drew,
right?
hey, Drew,
I wanted Hurts.
Drew, game point match.
Yeah.
I was asking for Hurts too in that draft.
I wanted.
But by the
because
way,
he
okay,
went
other
under
than
him.
And I wouldn't be.
Other-
Hey, listen,
Jalen
if we
Hurts
got one in the
was
second round,
Superman
if we got
last
one in the
year
second
in
round, I wouldn't be
Charlotte.
opposed.
He could have been doing that for us and continue
We took
plays
YGA.
just like how we
Okay,
were.
wait. I gotta stop y'all. And Kevin is the only one that I know has been on the Hurts train
I send
forever.
the receipts.
Right. At one point in time,
From 2020.
nobody believed that Jalen Hurts was going to be the type of quarterback.
I haven't been on this show long enough to prove myself, but I vividly remember after he beat Baylor coming back from 28-3, and after the game, he was just sitting there calm, cool, and
Sure.
collected, not even celebrating. And I was like, that's a true-born leader right there.
Tony,
Like,
did
I
you
really,
know
really
about
proud
two
of
different
that.
schools in college, man?
I've been
How
Y'all
so
may have
on
liked
Hurts
him.
since that moment.
Wait, but hold on. This is what I'm saying. Y'all may have liked him, but I'm saying the general consensus on this player was not that, oh, he was the next can't miss franchise
According to
quarterback
who?
or else.
According
But
to
hold on.
who?
No, but hold on. Because that's my point. Or whenever these NFL talent evaluators have you as, say,
Yeah,
a
fuck that.
third round pick, it doesn't necessarily successful. You're going to be in the NFL. Some guys have that intangible thing that people miss on.
And it
Jalen Hurts
also,
had some of
it
those
also
things.
helps on where you land too. What kind of
Exactly.
organization you land
I was
with.
going to say, Philadelphia
Right.
has the best offensive line in
They
football.
don't do shit
They
for
might
you
even
if
have
you're
the
a great
best
quarterback
defensive
in
line
college
in the
and then
NFL
you wind
too.
up going to a
Yeah.
sorry ass team. It doesn't help you.
But
And they got
that's why I was getting at. I was just
And they gave
saying,
him
like, we
receivers.
build in the trenches just like Philadelphia did, the offensive line and defensive line, and you give Corral a chance and see what happens. If it doesn't work out, you make another move in the draft.
But the
Yeah.
NFL might need to go to the lottery like the NBA does, man.
No.
I'm tired of rewarding bad
Oh,
teams.
hell
Let's
no.
not do that. Let's
I'm
not.
I-
tired
why
of
do you think
rewarding
the
bad
Hornets
teams
are
with
still
good
bad?
players.
Ruined.
I
That
see
would
what you're
ruin
like.
it to me.
I see what you're saying at the same time, but I don't like that move.
Yeah, I
If
don't
that
like
was the
doing
case,
the
we would
lottery
turn into like
and
the
number.
Charlotte Hornets.
The
Yeah,
lottery's rigged.
Well, we
We'll
might
be-
be getting Miles Bridges back. You never know.
We're
Based off
taking
of what's been
15 every fucking year, dude. How disgraceful,
I wouldn't mind taking
man.
that TCU receiver in the first round. I'm just saying.
No,
Oh.
no,
But
hell no.
that's my
Hell
point.
no.
Harrison Jr.
If
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not forcing yourself,
Marvin, don't
if
come
you're
out
not
to
no,
forcing
Harrison
yourself
Jr.
to
is
grab
at
a quarterback,
Isn't Harrison Jr. at Ohio State?
He's next
Oh
year.
no, what's the one that's supposed to be
Richard.
like top
Yeah,
five
that is
receiver?
next year.
Jackson Smith and Jigba. That who y'all
Yeah.
talking about?
Yes,
I'm talking about
Yes,
the.
He's a-
I can
yo,
never.
I
Forget,
would
I can
not-
never keep
he's-
up with his name.
He's freakish, bro. Garrett
Yeah,
and
he's
Olave both vouch for him to be the best out of the three, and we see how those two are right now.
Yeah.
I would honestly trade down to get Mayer, tight end Notre Dame.
No, I'm not drafting.
is
tight
the,
end.
the
Baby
It's
Gronk.
one
Tight end.
Mayor.
Baby
You
Gronk.
cannot.
I don't
Mayor.
listen like the tight end. The tight end move.
Okay, everybody want to talk over everybody. Go ahead. Everybody want to talk over everybody. Go ahead. Nah. You want to talk?
Go ahead, Locke, get in the mic.
Go ahead,
I
Locke.
mean, it's a free for all, man. Everybody talking over everybody. You have to get in your
got
shots
the
with you.
stage.
Damn.
Go ahead, Locke. Go ahead.
Now, what I was saying is, you cannot draft a tight end when you sign Ian Thomas to what? You signed to a 3-year deal last year, and then you
Shouldn't have
drafted
done
Thomas. So, what I'm looking at is, okay, this time we get the 11th, 12th, 13th pick. For me, I would probably go. Let me see. I wouldn't go cornerback because we got a bunch of cornerbacks. I'll probably go Trenton Simpson or the hey, what's that wide receiver name? Addison
Jordan
out of US. Yeah, I'll probably go with him. But
There's,
I would.
That wide receiver out of USC coming out this year.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And it circles back. It circles back.
I thought he
to
wasn't
we
coming
need a
out.
bunch of
I
guys.
didn't think he was coming out till
It circles back to that our team needs a lot of guys.
Flashbacks, and that ain't good.
Right, go ahead, Alex.
No, I was gonna say
Alex,
it
you
circles
make a
back.
good point.
Yeah, it circles back to like our team's not a quarterback away. We're naming a bunch of different positions because we need it. We got a lot of holes, so the
Right.
team's not really in position to really win right now. So we got to fill our team out.
So nobody wants to fuck with the lottery. I'm the
No.
only one.
Hell no.
It's just a tough call on that one.
A lot of bad teams been rewarded with the best players, bro.
Yo,
Yeah, but
Twan, if you
we
want a
could end up
lottery,
being at like 12 though with that lottery.
Twan, if you want a lottery, play the scratch off, bro. I don't want that shit in my NFL, man.
Nah, man.
Dude,
Look,
it's a broken
I
system.
don't care how good you get. You still want the best players, man. Why the hell should a team that just won the Super Bowl be penalized?
Because they won the Super Bowl.
Do you want
They
domination
don't
like
need them.
Alabama?
Yeah,
You want
that's what
college
I'm
football
saying.
in the
And by the
NFL?
way, like that's
I
one
need
of
to
the.
talking to it again.
But
I think Twan just be saying stuff just to say stuff. Like you
College
can't.
football in the NFL, 'cause that's what happens when you do that.
How about
Hey,
this?
look,
They would
We
have to have
replaced-
a tanking scandal.
How about
So check
this?
this out.
We replaced the
Check
Pro
this out.
Bowl.
When you win the Super Bowl, a lot of guys that win Super Bowls leave to go play for other teams and get their money.
Yeah.
A lot,
Let me ask y'all a question. Would you be opposed to putting Ian Thomas at fullback and then letting Trimble be at tight end and let's see what he's got a little bit more because of his athleticism?
Thomas wouldn't be a fullback.
I want both
I've
of them
been,
gone,
I've
actually.
been on Tommy Trimble for a long
I thought Trimble
time.
was supposed to be the H-back.
I'm
But
on both of them
He's a
gone.
tight end, but you just can give him more opportunities.
Hey,
to
man,
be-
I
He's a
don't like-
good
I don't
block.
like
He can
Tommy
block.
Trimble.
He can also block, so, and he has the athleticism to be
Trimble
a good
got
vertical
blocks for
threat.
hands.
Trimble,
Yeah, but
he's
also
better
this
than
is like this
Jackson.
is, but this is one of the points that we're making. If you
Yeah.
don't reach for a quarterback by whatever means necessary, man, you can get another defensive end. You can get another wide receiver. You can get a safety.
A quarterback
You
can
get-
make up for those holes. We
But
see
it has
with
to be
Patrick
the right
Mahomes.
quarter. It can't just be any
It's not going to be the
quarterback.
guy that comes out the first year, though.
It,
Hey,
it,
Cody, a lot of people thought we reached for Corral though at the third pick and traded up for him.
Yeah,
Every-
I understand that. I understand that, but I think that he hasn't had enough. He hasn't. Even, we haven't even given him a chance, though. That's the problem. That's
Right.
what we're all talking about here.
I
He hasn't had
understand
a
that people.
chance.
I understand people don't want to take a tight end in the first round, but this dude's getting compared to Kelsey and Gronk. I mean, if you got a chance at Gronk or Kelsey, you're not going to take him.
It don't mean he
Best
gonna
tight
play.
ends in the NFL were not
Yes.
first round picks.
You
So check
cannot
this out.
take
So
a
who
tight
would-
end in the first
I
round.
will take a
Who
tight
would
end
have
in
been
the
tight ends
first
that
round.
came there last year to the
No.
NFL?
What
Who were the
great
top
team
two
doesn't
for
have a
tight
tight
end?
end? Hold on. What great team doesn't have a tight end?
Huh?
What
great team
were the
doesn't
two?
What
were
great
the
team
two
does
best
not
tight ends
have
that
a
came in last
fucking tight end?
Well,
Who is that right now?
can I put forth this though? Player comparisons are a
Who
bunch
was
of
that talking?
baloney, though.
Who was that talking?
So
Who was that?
so
Who
what
was that
is-
talking right now? Who said draft mayor?
Me.
Kevin, White Chocolate Espresso.
Good job.
I would trade
Oh,
down
oh,
with Mayor.
Oh, Kev, I mean, look. Okay, listen. Okay. So say if you trade down, right, and you draft mayor, that means you have to cut at least one of your tight ends right now. So
Bye, Thomas.
looking at the running game and how we right now,
Ian ain't going
who you
nowhere.
cutting? Like,
They should never have signed him.
you got to
Nah,
cut.
man, he ain't going nowhere.
We could have got something cheaper. Do
So
exactly what he's
that means
Dante.
What I was saying was
Trimble
look,
got blocks for hands. He can't catch.
The three top tight ends that got picked this past draft, none of them playing better than Isaiah Likely with Baltimore, and look where he went.
Hey, that's where I went to. Hey, that's where I went to school. By the way,
Isaiah Likely is out there fucking balling.
Who's
And
the
he didn't
quarterback?
get
Yo, Lamar Jackson.
And honestly, Kyle Pitts at number 4. What has Kyle Pitts actually done?
Who is that quarterback?
Chill on Kyle Pitts. Come on. Don't do
What has Kyle Pitts done?
Don't do
got Marcus Mariota.
Again, you took it.
What has he done?
What has Kyle Pitts done?
Marcus Mariota.
1,000 yards his rookie year, bro.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, he almost had 1,000 yards his rookie year.
Record for
and you won how many? They won how many games?
Pitts
So
wants
we
out.
didn't win
Pitts
anything
wants
in
out of
anyone.
From what I've heard and rumored,
Stop talking about that winning game stuff. That is such a.
And how many games did they win?
An
That's
extremely
Pitts wants out of
talent
Atlanta
at
bad.
the tight end position. A
Hey,
1-1
Drew, I told you they don't want to hear
How
the
many?
truth,
Hey,
bro.
no, hold
They
on,
don't wanna
Drew.
hear
How many games did the Bears win with Justin Fields at quarterback?
Another quarterback we let go.
Yeah, don't blame that on Fields.
So exactly.
Again,
That is the
You can't
worst
blame-
team in football. They would be
The
winless.
Chicago
without
Bears have a brighter future than the Atlanta Falcons. Why? Because they have a
I don't think
franchise
about that. 'Cause
quarterback.
I don't trust the
I
Bears.
would rather have a franchise
I don't trust the Bears.
quarterback than
Well,
a
Justin
tight
Fields
end
is only a
number
quarterback.
I bet you
draft.
plenty of Falcons fans
Justin
wish
Fields
they
is only a
drafted Fields
franchise
over
quarterback
Pitts, though.
until he gets hurt, based off
Hey,
of how
Drew,
his style
what
plays.
you said is absolutely correct, bro. It's absolutely correct. And
You
that's
trust the
another
Bears?
quarterback that we passed on. We passed on Justin Herbert, too. Because
Justin
our
Fields
GM,
is
Marty
one,
Hurney-
And they ain't making the
Fields is
playoffs
one
either.
run away from getting killed.
Marty Hurney
I don't-
told Matt Rule to draft that man, and Matt Rule went all defense.
No. Here you go again, Swan. Talking that dumb shit.
Matt Rule to
We
draft
did
Herbert.
not pass on Herbert. He was drafted before we drafted. Now we could have traded.
Locks. Hold on a minute. Twan is right. Marty Hurney told Matt Rule that he wanted to jump up to the Giants and draft Herbert. Hurney had already talked to Dave Gettleman and had the framework set up to trade up to jump over the Chargers because he knew that he had an idea that they were going to take him. Matt Rule did not want to take him because he wanted to sit there and take Derek Brown.
Okay.
Could you imagine?
Again,
Could you
when we
imagine how
roll all
awesome
this
it
back,
would be?
I would
it
love
stops
to
at
see
the feet of
Herbert
Matt
on the
Rule.
DJ Moore.
Matt Rule
Damn,
caused all
dude.
this crap.
Justin Herbert was my draft crush, bro.
We could have had.
He was mine too.
We could have had.
Yeah,
dude.
What he gives Chargers fans every week a chance. Like
Right.
if you look at the franchises,
Trust me, I
like
love Herbert.
are the Chargers really like that much different than like the Panthers
No,
franchise?
they're not.
Exactly.
But the thing
They have
is,
better receivers.
when you roll it all back, this all fall at the feet of Matt Rule. They tried to talk him into trading up to draft Herbert. He wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Tepper wanted to take Justin Fields. He talked him into saying, "Oh, we'll trade for Sam Darnold and we'll draft J.C. Horn." It's 2 for 1.
Passed on 2 quarterbacks, bro.
Yeah.
2 franchise quarterbacks he passed on.
But Drew,
No,
what
three.
quarterbacks did he
Three.
even get? Bridgewater,
Trash.
Sam Darnold,
Trash.
Baker Mayfield,
Trash.
Well, Bridgewater was more of a bridge when Matt Rule came in. But
Bridgewater should have never been on this team. He should have never came out in the damn first place.
I mean, he produced 2,000-yard wide receivers, so he couldn't have been that bad.
All those
Again,
screen
he
passes.
shouldn't have cut Cam Newton
Cam
down
Newton
first place.
was
You
done
have
in
to
2018.
He had a 92 QBR rating. He had a 69 completion percentage, so it couldn't have been that
He's
bad.
throwing 2-yard passes.
Clay, you just spent $63 million on a quarterback you only had for 1 season.
Right. We only
You
had
paid
one
that man
season.
to go play for Denver. When you could have
And
kept
he had actually a better QBR there than he did here.
But hold on, but Clay, that's what I'm saying. You could have
He only
kept
had 3 more
Cam Newton
touchdowns.
on a 1-year team.
Oh, I know. I ate my crow on that.
Drafted a quarterback in that draft, had him sit behind and learn behind Cam Newton for that season, and then turn the reins over to that quarterback in his second year.
Yep.
I don't want us to do this again. This is why I say we should draft a quarterback, because then we're gonna look back in like a year or two and be like, what if these guys succeed? You know,
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I got bashed on my channel when I said what I said on there. Oh my god!
What'd you say about Teddy?
Oh, I ate so much crow.
Stick to your guns. Don't let nobody control you.
No. I stuck to my guns. I just ate a lot of crow for it. But it's just, I'm just saying. Like, I will admit. Hey, listen. I will admit when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Who is that talking right now? What channel?
My channel's
Pantherology.
Who's that?
Pantherology.
Oh,
So,
Pantherology.
Yes,
so
sir.
remember when Panthers fans was like Kyle Allen was going to replace Cam, and then we went and got Will Greer, and Will Greer we took him in the 3rd round, and he was supposed to
People are
replace Cam.
slow.
But Will Greer was always terrible. There's even a difference between Matt Corral and Will Greer. I don't care if they were both drafted in the 3rd round. The talent level difference between a Matt Corral and a Will Greer is enormous.
But the thing was, Cody, when that dude came out of West Virginia, he came out of there balling.
He did, though. He did.
But you got to remember, it's a certain section of Panther fan base that been trying to get rid of Cam since the day he was drafted.
Trying to get rid of him, and that's
regardless of what that man did, they wanted him gone. So if it wasn't Kyle Allen, it was Will Greer. If it wasn't Will Greer, it was Taylor Heineke.
Everybody's gonna have their haters.
Somebody else. The next big thing. They forever wanted to get Cam Newton out of Carolina, and now that
Drew, hold on. Okay, Drew, you're right. There's a percentage of Panthers fans that wanted Cam gone, but you have to look when Cam got smacked up by T.J. Watt and his shoulder got messed up. He was never the same. So I didn't like, well, bring Cam back, and we brought him back.
Hold on, so Locks, tell me something. So you telling me right now that Cam Newton, even not at 100 what he used to be, even right now, would not be a better option behind this offensive line than Sam Darnold?
No, not a shot. I love Cam Newton's my favorite player ever. Cam Newton is done.
No, you gotta give him a year though.
Cam
you gotta give him to learn the system.
I'm sorry.
You learn the system.
Okay, so White Chocolate. That's what I'm saying. White Chocolate. You bring Cam in the same time as Sam Darnold. Let them both learn the offense behind this offensive line.
I'm taking Cam.
His arm
Thank
is
you.
shot.
That's what I'm saying. You take Cam
the fuck out of there.
I'm taking Cam.
His arm is shot. Bro.
Did you see the Jets quarterback when he threw that wide open pass?
JJ, that's the thing. Our offense isn't built on throwing the ball 65 yards downfield.
But what about when we're down and we do?
Drew,
we don't do it
we're
anyway.
down 10 points in the 3rd quarter and we need to air out the ball.
Drew,
now we ain't in the position to do that. We're not always going to be ahead. That's why you
we
can't
only did
build
it
your
once
team
though.
to like.
But JJ, how many teams throw how many 40-yard, 50-yard passes do you get in a game?
Not that many.
Exactly.
But you attempt a lot.
Cam can
There's
throw
a lot
the ball
more attempts, and now
between 5. The average NFL pass is between 5 and 25 yards.
Hey, Drew,
and Teddy was 3.
Hey, Drew, how many yards did Cam pass for in his first game?
I'm 50-50 on that question.
When was Cam? Cam was never the most accurate. And now we're expecting him after all the injuries, time off, and everything to just put it together.
But what I'm saying, Cam is still in
Superman.
I'm talking about
his that we would be hoping for.
His rookie year, his first game.
Oh, in his first game over 400 yards, and in his rookie season he passed over 4,000.
Cam Newton has done that like 3 times in his career. Cam Newton's best passing season was his rookie year.
No, it was the year he got hurt. 2017. What was North Turner?
No. It was the 2018 season.
So what I'm saying is, if you brought Cam Newton in at the beginning of the year, training camp, all-season workouts, everything with him and Sam Darnold, behind this offensive line and the weapons he's got on this team now, this offense would be humming. Cam Newton took a bunch of guys who were bagging groceries. You could not put them in a lineup and pick them out.
That was 8
That's
years
why I hate the
ago.
Steelers.
Hold on. The year after that, Matt Ryan won MVP.
In
now
his
look
prime.
at Matt Ryan. Now look at Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan can't
Matt
run.
Ryan's doing.
JJ,
Matt Ryan can't run, though.
in his prime, Cam Newton to Jericho Cotchery, Kelvin Benjamin.
Can Matt Ryan run?
Ted Ginn Jr. He made Ted Ginn Jr. relevant.
Cam isn't that fast anymore, though. He isn't as fast as he once was.
Dude, Cam Newton can still run.
He still can, but like we saw the offense even with him last year when he was running.
With a bad offensive line?
He came in the middle of the season and they started him the next week.
JJ, who were the wide receivers on that 2015 squad?
It was Ted Ginn, Devin Funchess,
Dylon, and
Greg
Dylon.
Olsen.
Yeah, Dylon.
Yeah, but that's also because
Other
he
than
was running
Greg
the ball
Olsen,
and
you
had
got
a
a bunch
good
of
old
bad
line.
boys.
Devin Funchess, the NBA player.
Hold on, y'all fully believe Cam would just come in and turn back the
You
clock?
damn right.
I
Yeah.
said
No,
if you
bro.
brought
I'm
him
sorry, I love
in the
Cam,
off
but
season,
I think he's done, bro.
I said if you brought him in the off season, let him have a full off season, full training camp. Cam knew this team would not be where they're at right now.
Hey, Cody, pull up Cam Newton skating on Twitter. Pull Cam Newton up skating on Twitter.
Cam said Cam knows he's not going to be down in
He's not on the team, JJ, is what I'm saying.
Cam knows that. Cam knows he's
Cam
not
Newton
going
was
to play
still
another
the
down.
offensive lineman and Kevin
There's
Bill.
75 people in here. Pound that like button.
Cam Newton starting left tackle one year was Byron Bell.
Tell
That's
him,
all
Clay.
you need to know. Byron Bell starting left tackle.
Those days are.
Hey, Drew.
His best year was the year he got
Still
hurt
getting the job
in that
done,
Steelers
being
game.
able to bail us out when everything wasn't going right are done. I'm sorry.
One of his offensive linemen
They're
was a
behind us.
defensive tackle. One of his offensive linemen was a defensive tackle, Nate Chandler.
Ooh,
what's that noise?
Ooh,
I was going to say Cam's got his own
hit him.
YouTube channel and everything. Has football mentally now as well.
My bad. Hold on, my bad.
Not just physically. It's
Damn, that ankle
mentally as
looks
well.
pretty
He's
good from
moved
there.
on from football.
His best
that's
year
what-
was the year he got hurt with the Steelers.
Hey,
That
so
Steelers game.
funny
Passing.
rumor about
That's
Cam.
when he was finally putting it together as like an efficient quarterback and reading defenses and taking what the defense gave him. And unfortunately, that hit was just so noticeably different. You could tell from the last pass before that to the very first one after that hit.
JJ, the
You
reason why
want to hear a funny rumor about Cam real quick though? I don't know
Sure.
if y'all know this or not.
Sure.
He might
Go
be
ahead.
apparently Jackson State after Deion Sanders left.
Oh, they
they might
offered
be looking at him for a head coach.
There's been
No,
rumors
no,
about
no,
him.
no, no, hold up. Wait, time out. Is this
That's
really
a bullshit.
real?
Yeah,
Because I've been
it's
hearing these
legit.
rumors.
Like it's legit.
I've been hearing these rumors since like
it's like legit.
like
It's
They
a legit rumor.
already signed a new head
That
coach.
is not legit. Deion
I heard it was
already
legit.
hired that new head coach for there, bro.
Quan,
That
Quan,
is not
enlighten me,
legit.
please, to make sure I'm not saying stupid shit.
The guy Deion, they announced the new head coach before Deion even left because
Yeah.
Deion recommended
Okay.
him.
All right, then I'm a retard then.
No,
Auburn's
Cam
gonna
Newton-
let somebody else
he
wear
ain't
number
doing that
2
shit.
though. That's fucked up.
Yo, they tripping.
Also,
We better not ever let someone wear one again. That's what I do know for sure.
They're
Hey,
letting
man,
somebody wear number 2 at
right.
Auburn.
when I
Cam,
see-
Cam
when I
had
see-
nine,
when I
nine
see this dude
touchdowns and
straight
5
now-
interceptions in like
I see
5
this guy-
games.
I see
I
this
mean,
guy-
and he didn't.
I want to ask everybody. I want to ask
He also
everybody.
11 in his last 11 starts.
I want to go around the
Football.
table here with
That's a
everybody.
team
real
thing.
quick.
That's a team
Yeah.
thing. That's not
I
a
don't-
quarterback thing.
wins
That's a
are not-
team thing.
Go ahead, Clay. Hold on, Clay.
How is a good quarterback
I want
can
to hear.
do
I want to
this
hear.
to win?
So I
He's
want to go
won
around.
in 11 games.
What's Justin Fields' record right now? You gonna blame him?
He beat the Patriots.
Well, it's
He
all
got
about
at least
talent. It's what you
one.
got around.
One
them.
game.
0-11 though.
Hey guys, hold up. Clay
0-11 is
going to
pretty
a
damn
roundabout.
bad.
Yeah. Hold on. Time out. Let Clay answer his. Let Clay give us a question. Go ahead.
I think that was a fun debate, but I kind of want to switch it up just a little bit, just to kind of make it a little
Are we
bit
gonna
more
talk
interesting.
about Burns?
No. We're not going to talk about Burns, but we can talk about him in a little bit if y'all want to. But I do want to ask y'all, like, if you had to choose right now, like, even though like Steve Wilkes is our interim coach, like, if you had to choose right now, like your next head coach for the Carolina Panthers, who do you want? And I want to go around the table and tell me why.
I'll go first.
All right, go
I'll go
ahead.
first. This is Twan.
I'm going. Look, I might.
Will
If I was David Tepper, I would go to Michigan, and I would go to Jim Harbaugh. Listen. Don't talk over me now. I would go to Jim Harbaugh, and I would say, listen. I would hire Jim Harbaugh today, and I would give him a 4 or 5 year contract, and I was
Man, Jim Harbaugh
no,
ain't
no, no.
up. He
Listen,
not
Hey man, this is his. This is
And
his.
why would I do that? Is because when he was with San Francisco, he never had a losing season ever in the NFL. He went to a Super Bowl. He went to a Super Bowl.
3 NFC championships.
Lots, man. He ain't leaving Michigan, bro.
He's not leaving Michigan.
He's
though.
probably
If he was an
not.
option, I'd say
BRB.
I mean, he beating Ohio State now. Ain't no way hell he gonna leave.
ain't no way in hell. He's back-to-back playoff appearances. He's not leaving.
No.
Yeah, throw the bag at him.
Well, as far as me, man, I'm
It's
taking.
not even throwing the bag at him. Jim
It would have
Harbaugh is going to want complete control, and David Tepper is not giving another head coach
Right.
complete control. It's not happening. That's
He
why
learned his
Harbaugh
lesson.
left San Francisco, because he didn't get along with people. That's why he's in college, because he has complete control.
Yeah, then when you're in college, that's why Nick Saban, bro. He want complete control, bro. That's the only way you're gonna get it is in college.
Hey, bro, but that control he be having, it be leading to success, though. We can't lie about that.
Hey, but to answer his question, look, I'm taking Wilkes.
Hold on. Even to defend Harbaugh a little bit, I heard that the ownership and the GM at that time were not on the same page as him, and he didn't want to be around those dudes going forward, so he moved on.
Yeah.
Again, like
Hey.
Harbaugh. Yeah, Harbaugh. I don't love him or hate him, but I think we could do a lot worse than Harbaugh.
A lot.
Yeah.
We already had a lot worse.
Yes. He's a better NFL head coach than
Hey,
Ron
so
Bill
Rivera.
O'Brien's
are
not
we
coming
doing
to the
that- are
NFL.
we doing that round table question or not?
Yes. Come on.
Now, listen, because my damn phone cut off a little bit. But hey, who disagrees with Jim Harbaugh? Who disagrees with him?
I'm not
He's not
hating it.
leaving Michigan.
Oh,
If he's
disagree. I
available, he'd be
disagree.
my number one option, honestly.
Harbaugh is not leaving
disagree.
Michigan.
But he's not leaving.
Oh, nah, I don't think he's leaving, but I mean,
Man, he
I would
just beat
choose him.
Ohio State. He is the king of college coaches right now.
I wouldn't say king.
He's also the
I mean-
highest paid head
I
coach
mean,
in college.
in terms of like that money is what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I know
probably.
Nick Saban
He's
makes
got
the most
back.
money.
He's the
but
highest
right
paid college coach.
Kirby Smart about to get that.
now,
Twan,
I know
what's
who
yours?
ain't getting it.
I
That's
mean,
Matt Rule.
you know,
I know too.
I'm not opposed to it. I mean, to me, that's what I'm saying. Like, there is no, if you want a young offensive upstart, to me, the closest thing to that is Ken Dorsey,
No.
offensive coordinator from the Bills. And
But Cody,
I wouldn't
Cody.
hate that either. He's just not proven.
I'm gonna let
Yeah.
you go, Cody. But listen, David Tepper is not going to hire another rookie coach. He's not going to hire some.
Yeah, that's not
He
happening.
didn't say he was. He just said that he probably is more likely going to stay away from that. He said it would be likely if they did hire Ken Dorsey. That's the direction.
But if you listen to all the articles, all the people that are supposedly in the know, they all say that David Tepper wants a young, offensive-minded head coach. And I have read that from at least one or two different reporters that are connected to the team. So again, not my opinion. Like, I think there's literally every different genre. If you want a defensive culture builder, well, you already have that in Steve Wilkes. Do you want a young upstart guy that is on the up and up and is proving himself? You have Ken Dorsey. If you want someone that isn't in the NFL right now that has proven themselves, you get a Harbaugh or a Bill O'Brien, or the name that I think David Tepper wants the most, and that's Sean Payton. I'm not saying that that's possible.
That's not happening.
Yeah.
I'm saying David Tepper has a hard on for Sean Payton.
Cody, with
Exactly.
the Sean Payton thing, would we have to pay out his contract to the Saints?
With the trade.
Man, and some picks.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I
dumb
figured.
shit.
That's what I figured. I just wanted to make sure
Fuck
on
that, man. The
I'm not
Saints will
saying
rather
I'm not saying that I would be opposed to getting Sean Payton. I'm just saying, wouldn't we still have to do all that? business?
Outside of Jared Goff, what are the real differences between the offenses of the Lions and the Panthers?
We have an offensive coordinator that can't read defenses and can't adjust at halftime.
I
So
think
Ben
we're running. I
Johnson.
think we're
That's what
running
I've
the
been
football
saying. I've
better
been on
than
the Ben
them.
Johnson train.
Oh,
I think
so I'm a Ben Johnson fan. I'm a Ken Dorsey fan. I'm a Shane Steichen fan. I'm a Brian
Ken Dorsey.
Callahan fan. Eric Bieniemy. Like, I mean, we
Not
can.
Eric.
I can
Nope.
name
Oh,
them.
hey, I'm out on Eric
Nope. The
Bieniemy.
last Chiefs offensive coordinator was Matt Nagy. No, thank
Yeah.
you.
But
Oh,
Matt
yeah,
Nagy is not
Cody,
Eric
Cody,
Bieniemy.
Cody, I'm about to say something real quick. though.
Nope.
Who
Hey,
said
Drew,
Matt Nagy?
you back me up,
Who
Drew.
said Matt
Well, why
Nagy?
do you think I named him like
Thank
the
you.
last one on my list?
No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah,
I said
you
the last
talking
Chiefs
about
offensive
Matt Nagy though.
coordinator that got a head coaching job was Matt Nagy.
JJ,
Yeah,
but why do
yeah,
you think I named him last on my list?
Hey,
yeah,
Cody.
yeah.
All right. I was just saying no Eric Bieniemy. My fault.
No, but like I think Ben Johnson's a great example. Obviously, we're going up against him on Sunday.
He
And I
might
think,
give us
you
a-
know, and you know, I think Brian Callahan out of Cincinnati is a good idea.
Yes,
I think
sir.
also Shane Steichen out of Philadelphia is a good one. Obviously Ken Dorsey, you can't exempt him based off the facts that he was quarterbacks coach for Carolina through 2012 through 2015.
He's got experience
So
with the franchise.
My issue with Ken Dorsey and also with Eric Bieniemy is just the quarterbacks they have. It's just so ridiculous.
oh,
that
it's night and
My
day.
biggest
It's
problem with
night and
Ken
day
Dorsey
compared to what we
is
have.
when
Right.
you look
Yeah.
at the Bills'
Yeah.
offense, it's so Josh Allen reliant. He doesn't figure out
Yeah.
different ways to
Well,
get
Josh
independent
Allen's
points.
also one hit away from being injured as well.
Yes, exactly. And you
and
would
like I
think
think
like you
I
could be
don't know
able to
about that.
find
Josh
better
Allen's a
ways.
pretty big guy, bro.
Yeah, and
I
he's
mean so is
big, so
Cam
that's
Newton.
why
So
that's why they
It
don't.
doesn't matter how
That's
big
why
you
they.
are in the
But that's
NFL,
why
We
though.
they
saw
don't.
Kyler Murray get a non-contact injury tearing his ACL.
I mean
Like
Yep.
it could
Cam
He
happen.
was
Newton's a big dude too.
he's also 50 3 inches shorter.
Hey,
Like,
guys like Josh Allen and Cam Newton inflict more pain than they take it.
Mm.
The
They
motherfuckers don't
take
want
it.
to
Yeah.
They
tackle
do
them
take
boys,
it.
bro.
Deshaun Watson tore his
Yeah, but
ACL in
that's the
practice.
problem with Cam. That's the reason
It
why his
just takes
career
one
got cut
moment.
so short. I feel like because he took too many hits.
how about this? Is this fair? I want the quarterback that can do it, but we're not dependent upon him doing it. So listen,
Right.
you're not going
Well,
to
that's
say
why I
that.
come back to the whole average thing.
So you
But
want
like,
a perfect team.
no, but what I'm saying is, you have a quarterback that can run and be a run threat when they're playing man coverage and they're trying to cover down the field. Yeah, I want a quarterback that can take off and pick up yards with his leg. You know, Josh Allen has been great in doing that. That's why everyone's fawning from Kentucky right now. But at the end of the day, I want a competent passer more so than anything else.
Yeah.
I
Would
want someone
you?
that can get the ball where it needs to go.
Nah,
For
man, I'm
sure.
dual.
I
I'm
got
dual threatening to the end of time, bro. I'm
Hey,
always gonna root for the
I mean, I
dual
want
threat
one too.
quarterback.
I want a dual threat too, but I want someone who can make every pass in the
Yeah,
playbook
you want a
before
guy
anything
that
else.
can make every throw downfield, but also you want to be a guy that can at least, like, if there's pressure, he can move out the pocket.
Yes, dude. I'm talking like Justin
Like Trevor
Herbert,
Lawrence.
like Joe Burrow, Trevor. Yeah, 1000%.
I
But so,
love
like,
Trevor
but look,
Lawrence. I'll
so,
always
but,
have your back on that one,
so
Cody.
check this
Thank
out.
you,
But
JJ.
Lamar Jackson.
Trevor's the
Trevor
man, dude.
He's
The problem
trash.
with Lamar Jackson is he's not a pocket guy. He's a run guy. I mean, the problem
He
is
can
with
throw from the
Lamar.
pocket though.
He can. The problem is I think that I'm 50-50 on Lamar. Like, I don't hate on the guy. I'm just not like, can he
I'm
make the
extremely
throws?
biased towards Lamar.
Can he make an Aaron Rodgers throw? Can he make a
You guys are killing me, man.
can he
The
make
man
it?
won.
Can.
Just like
Who?
Cam, the man won a fucking MVP, man.
He
Of
can.
course.
Like, did you watch that Ravens Jags game? He made a
Yeah.
62-yard throw on the
Well, I could do that
money.
against the Jags if I have
Dude,
a
I'm
quarterback
with.
that's blind.
Look,
Patrick
I like Lamar Jackson, but I'm with Clay, dude. I don't think he's a premier passer.
No, I don't think
Hey,
so.
Cody, what are your guys
He's not a
talking
premier
about?
passer,
Yo, no.
but
Look at all the pass. Look at all.
it's not
all
like
the
he's not
times
good
MVP
enough to make
quarterbacks have been
all the
dual threat.
passes.
Yeah.
He's a very good quarterback. I'm just saying, if from a passing level, I'm not putting him on the level of Mahomes or a Joe Burrow or a Josh Allen. I just like, dude, the fact that the Panthers almost beat the Ravens this year with Lamar.
You know what the best throw I saw all
All
season
right.
was when the best throw I saw all season was when Justin Herbert hurt his ribs and it was against
it was against the Chiefs a week.
and he
two.
threw that dot
Yeah.
right over the middle, two
Yeah.
defenders
Yes.
right into the hands
On
of
fourth
Garrett.
down.
Was it Garrett that caught that ball?
No, it might have been like DeAndre Carter.
But he threw that. That was the best pass I've seen all season. Like
Yes.
and hurt. And I was like, there is nobody in the NFL I think could have made that pass.
Hey, Cody, listen. Cody, Lamar Jackson, dual threat.
The only thing I worries about
Yeah, no
Lamar
doubt.
is he tore his ACL. That's the only thing I worry for me.
Can I continue? Patrick Mahomes, dual threat.
Not the same. No. I push back. Not the same. Not the same. I am not. Listen, I am not. I am. Hold on. I am not saying that Patrick
He's not
Mahomes
Cam Newton level, but he's a
can't
dual
run.
threat.
But what I am saying, they don't call design quarterback runs for Patrick Mahomes.
That doesn't make you a dual threat, though.
Man, yeah, the hell they do.
All right, but I do have to give props where it's due.
He
That
called his own.
that first game, Sam came back and threw that dot in the end zone.
Yes.
Oh my God, that was
Yes.
the best throw I've ever seen Sam Darnold ever throw.
That over
Dude,
the shoulder
even the play.
I was
Dude,
like,
even
that was
the play
like,
that
I was
he
like,
made against Pittsburgh.
I was like,
The play that he
Picasso. I
made
like it.
against Pittsburgh was beautiful too.
That was
against.
I was so surprised he made that throw, honestly.
Dude, and that DJ Moore catch just fucking.
So what I was
insane.
gonna say about all three of those quarterbacks, though, MVPs. All three of them, MVPs. You could throw Cam in there, MVP.
I would
Most
ask.
valuable fucking player, voted amongst their peers.
So out of 9 out of 10, like, or
So y'all
9,
gotta cut
9
this
out of 10,
bullshit
like,
out.
just
It's just that passer
like-
ain't gonna get it no more. Hey,
just-
get back to Cody. I gotta get on Cody's ass real quick. I told Cody, Sam Darnold, 2 weeks, man, 120 yards ain't gonna get it, and we just saw what. He gonna have to
couldn't run the football.
He gonna have to
That loss. How was that loss on Sam Darnold? Sam could not have done anything more in that game if you asked
Alex
him.
Highsmith was all over Sam Darnold's ass.
Sam
Right.
Darnold and DJ Moore are our two best players this past
to win.
Okay, so he's not a top 10 quarterback.
How do y'all feel about Max? How do y'all feel about Max Duggan?
Who the fuck is that?
That's the TCU quarterback.
Nah, let me pass on that.
I got a
I'm
question.
just asking. I'm just asking.
Yeah. He's a
I got a-
baller, but I'm not like I'm not. In
Hey,
love
I'm gonna
with
tell you,
that
hey, nobody's gonna touch him anyway, man, because he's got like a heart condition or some shit, don't he?
Does he?
Yeah, he came
I
back
gotta-
from a heart condition to come back to TCU.
I think that's another reason why Justin Fields fell in the draft a little. Because doesn't he have a serious condition? I could have sworn he did. And
Oh, there
that
was something up towards the
There was
draft that came out. I remember hearing something.
And that was who again?
Justin Fields. It was
Oh,
something
really?
coming up right
I
before
wish
the
we had
draft.
Fields. As
I
a
don't-
wild
I-
kid, he's
I
my
don't
favorite
think that
fucking
really matters because Star Laturile had a heart condition too, right?
Yep.
Damn, all these
Yeah.
guys got heart
Oh,
conditions.
Estes, I'm glad you put that in there. Guess who's gonna win MVP this year? Dual threat.
Patrick Mahomes.
He should win it, but
Patrick
it's probably
Mahomes.
the Hurts.
No,
Yeah,
Hurts
I
is
think
MVP.
that.
Patrick Mahomes is now the favorite.
Hurts.
Quan, are you saying Hurts or are you saying Mahomes?
I think Hurts has to. I think Hurts can't miss games to win the MVP. I think if he continues to play, he'll win it. If he misses
Well,
games,
Is
it's
Gardner
so tight.
Minshew? Well, Gardner Minshew's starting Sunday, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew's starting. So.
Nah, I mean what I heard was it was like don't count him out. I think if he misses one game, he's straight. But if he misses multiple games, I don't think they're gonna give it to him.
I
Gardner
think
Minshew is
Patrick
playing.
Mahomes not having Tyreek Hill and still balling out. It's just
The Eagles need one win to
hard to
clinch
pass
the
them.
1 seed. So if they just win this Sunday, Jalen Hurts may not play the rest of the year.
Jesus Christ.
They might
I
just
would
wait
take
for
him.
the
I would
playoffs.
take him out, JJ. JJ, I wouldn't even let him play.
Yeah.
Hey, look,
I gotta-
hey. What's the cornerback out of the
First
dude that
playoff.
didn't report?
Hell,
Hey, what's that dude that didn't report to the Panthers that they claimed off of waivers? Dude didn't even report.
That was
They put him on IR or something like that.
yeah. He's not even going to play now. We're playing with a 51-man roster on Sunday or Saturday. Sorry.
Hey, I got a quarterback idea that, I think probably is not going to happen, and I think half the fan base won't like it. But what about signing a 1-year deal with Tom Brady?
Hell no.
Dude, he's
Look
so
at the
old now, man.
Yeah, but look at the Buccaneers' run game. It is dead last. They don't even.
Brady's
they have
either
thrown
going
60
back to New
times.
England or he's going to San Francisco or Las
The thing
Vegas.
is that
Throw
Tom
a
Brady
bag
would
at him for
never
1 year.
someplace
He's
else.
I think
with
Rodgers
force.
is going to leave.
I would rather have the long-term answer than a 1 year. Hey,
Well,
maybe
you're gonna
we
have to
can
bench
make a
him every time.
magical run.
If we
if
draft
that
a
one year
quarterback,
gets
you're gonna have to
Super
sit
Bowl,
him.
you damn right, bring him in.
Hey, so
I
I got
think he was.
I brought up Jordan Love because White Chocolate Espresso says sit him.
so I got
Jordan Love
so I
has
was
been
thinking.
behind the
You want
back-to-back
nothing to do with
MVP
Jordan
the past
Love.
2 years.
I
Huh?
want nothing, Jordan. No, I
So
don't
I
want
was,
Jordan Love.
so I
Jordan
was
looks
think,
more talented than Matt Corral.
I'm not trading
Oh,
anything for
Lord.
Jordan
Go
Love.
ahead, Clay. Go ahead, Clay.
so I was thinking it'd be fun just with this whole group since we got everybody here. Why don't we go through the Why don't we go through the NFL games this weekend and
Big Bang.
make our picks?
I'm down with that. We're
I'm
gonna do
about to
that.
have the best record. Y'all
That's
watch.
cool with y'all.
Yeah, no, let's do that, and then we'll do everyone's game prediction,
Yeah.
and then we can get
We'll leave the Panthers last.
Big facts.
All right.
All right. So let's start off with the Falcons Ravens. Who you got?
No Lamar.
Ravens.
It's gonna be
Raiders
Desmond Ritter's
sucks.
second start. It's in Baltimore, so I'm gonna say the Ravens just because of that defense, for real.
Okay.
They're like third in sacks or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
gonna say the Ravens just because I never trust the Falcons. I don't. It's like it's a thing,
It's the
You know
Ravens.
we haven't swept.
I don't know
them
though.
forever.
Hold on now. The Ravens offense right now is looking trash. So
It is hot garbage.
They didn't look at more trash in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
All right.
Atlanta is always one of the teams in the NFC South that gracefully bows out and says, "You know what? I'm going to set myself up for some picks." Carolina, we the ones always trying to fucking win, and we go from 1st to 13.
Keep pounding.
Right. All right. We got Chiefs Seahawks.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna take the Seahawks.
No, Seahawks are on a downhill right now, man.
The Chiefs defense is playing like
the
dog
Seahawks
shit
are
though.
struggling right now. Chiefs.
That our win against the Seahawks
Just
is
in
not looking that
overtime,
good.
the
We're
worst
going-
team in the NFL.
But hold up, JJ. If we're going against the we are thinking, then they got Patrick Mahomes, an elite quarterback. So
Yeah.
Geno Smith is a Pro Bowl quarterback this year. What are we talking about?
Okay, so Geno Smith and Patrick Mahomes.
Obviously,
I'm
Patrick
definitely
Mahomes
taking
is
Patrick Mahomes.
miles and
Who the fuck
galaxies
said the
better than
Seahawks?
Geno Smith will ever be.
JJ, he just made this big point about having an
said the
elite
Seahawks?
quarterback, but then he's talking about
Game,
taking
though.
the
It's
Seahawks
one
over
game.
Patrick
Whoa,
Mahomes.
whoa, whoa.
I
No,
will
that's
get
in
out
the
of it.
big picture. But
Buddy,
for
look
just
what I
this
started.
He
Saturday,
didn't mean that
for
shit.
just this Saturday, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the Seahawks.
I will say our win over the Seahawks doesn't look that good anymore.
Chiefs.
I mean,
All right, we got a trash ass game tomorrow at 1:00 as well. We got a Browns and Saints.
I got Browns.
That's also going to be like a snowy game.
It's
We
home.
definitely going with the
Browns.
Saints. The Saints trying to make a move. They trying to
I
get in the
think the
playoffs.
Saints
too.
are going to win that game, honestly. They could.
I mean, the Browns
I be
are at
forgetting
home.
the
I'm going to
Browns
take the
got their
Browns. I got the
shot,
Chiefs
though.
and I got the Ravens so far.
I got Saints too. Saints trying to get into the playoff. They going try.
They're trying to make a late season run.
You
They
see how
always
they gave up that lead
Browns
against
in
Tampa?
Cleveland in the snow.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Browns. All right,
Dennis
so we got
Allen, the
Titans.
first-year head coach. He's starting to get things a little put together.
All right, we got Titans and Texans.
Hey, wait, say that last matchup again. I was doing
Oh,
something.
you're fine. You're fine. That's the Browns and the Saints, Cody.
Cleveland in the
Hey,
snow.
no, it's supposed to be degrees.
Yeah.
So I'm going Baltimore, just the home. I mean, not Baltimore, fucking Cleveland.
Okay.
The home field advantage.
Yeah, so far I have Ravens, Chiefs, Browns for me. Titans or Texans?
Titans.
Oh, no, Tannehill's out now.
Titans. I'm going with Malik Willis. I
Yeah.
think he's going.
Although Derrick Henry had over 200 yards rushing against
Mike
them last year,
Vrabel
so.
will have the troops ready.
Titans has
Derrick
the same offense as we do. Run first.
Derrick Henry had 200 yards in the last game against Houston. So
It's ridiculous.
He's had 200 yards the last 4 games against Houston. Give me the Titans.
All right, this is going to be a barn burner. Nah, it's not going to be a barn burner. Bengals, Patriots, but it's at the Patriots.
I'm taking
That's going to
Bengals.
be a good game.
Dude, all these games tomorrow are at 1 o'clock, basically. This is crazy. Dadgum. All right, we got the Giants and Vikings.
Where is it at?
It's at the Minnesota
Vikings.
The last time the Vikes came off a big, impressive win, they got their shit tore apart. The Giants last week were playing with their full defensive line for the first time all year. That Vikings offensive line is poop. I think the Giants might upset them. They just got another win, ending that losing streak. Brian Dable might have the troops ready.
All right. So we got Vikings. Basically, everybody, I'm guessing, is going Vikings.
I'm going Vikings.
No, I went the Giants.
Oh, you went Giants? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I'm gonna go Giants, man. Dude, I'm gonna be real. I do not trust this Minnesota football team. Like, I think they're.
What kind of record do they have to have at this point, Cody?
I know. I have seen them get their tails whipped. I saw them let the Colts.
Oh my God.
Cody, I don't trust the Giants either. So
hey man, don't trust the Panthers.
We got somebody in the chat that says that Brian Burns is overrated.
Yeah, and he's overrated. So that's why we should ignore
Well,
is that G baby?
Hey, real quick. We're not gonna have too long with these guys because after we pick, we're gonna get out of here. But we got Strats. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm here. Good. How are you guys?
Good. And then Panther Pickle's back on. Pickle, we got you. That internet's killing.
I had to pop in because I heard some blasphemous stuff talked about pertaining to Cam, which was inaccurate. But I know you're doing the picks right now, so I'll hold off.
We don't have to do it. I was just giving a suggestion.
Well, I mean, everyone should remember.
Yeah, go ahead.
Everyone should remember that the last time Cam played for Carolina, I mean, prior to the last season, Rule was hired, and then it was within a few days that he immediately released Cam after making the statement that he was going to keep him. So it wasn't something to do with injury. And if you want to go and kind of like look at this into more depth, like let's just look at last year when Cam came back. Supposedly it was Tepper that was like, Rule, bring him in, and he did. And then they had the bye week that came up. I think it was like 2 games after. So they had the bye week, and as soon as the bye week was happening, Rule's like, hey, everyone, go out, enjoy the bye week, whatever. Cam stayed back with Joe Brady, and worked on the offense plays. And then the moment that Rule got back, immediately fired Brady. So the turmoil there that we have. My point is this: we have not actually had. He's not had a clear, good shot at like. Actually, the year before that, he was with the Patriots. He was looking great until he got COVID. COVID's a bitch, right? Especially if you're not vaccinated. I mean, geez. So, I mean, he hasn't had a real fair shot. And let me point this part out to you. I believe the last time that he had a full off season and was not injured was 2015. Now, this is not an argument to say we need to have Cam back. This is more or less to say, anyone that's doubting, anyone that has information to say, okay, well, he's no longer good, he can't be good anywhere, that's inaccurate. You can't say that. I'm not going to say that we should have him come back and play, especially this year or anything like that, because, a full offseason helps. But ultimately, you can't just come down and be like, no, he's not good anymore. He can't play anywhere. You can't, nothing hold. There's no informational facts to hold that up.
I was trying to get that point
Even
off
if that
earlier.
is so look, let me say this. Strats, I agree with you. I also wanted Cam to get the opportunity to have the off season, to be healthy, to be on time with his receivers, and in rhythm with the offense. And you know what? I'm not even saying that it's far-fetched that he couldn't do it again. However, me being a realist, I just know that the Panthers aren't that chance at this point. And if I'm being real, I don't know what NFL team is going to give him that chance. Like,
Agreed.
I would love for him to have that chance. Listen, Cam Newton is the reason I love the NFL. Point blank. I am not a fan of the Carolina Panthers if Cam Newton didn't bring me to this team. That was my jump on. So I am eternally grateful to Cam Newton.
Cody.
I got what?
We got to put the Panthers card, Cody. You wouldn't be a fan.
Ain't nobody pulling shit. Everybody has their jump off point. The only time you're a bandwagon fan is if you jump off after the team is trash.
Yeah.
Like what Cody's going to do with Clemson.
Man, shut the fuck up.
Oh,
So anyway,
So
look, wait, let me just finish what I'm saying though. Cam Newton, I am eternally grateful to Cam to bringing me back my love of football, but I just don't think anybody's ever going to give Cam Newton the chance to go in there.
Cody?
I think.
Cody, let me ask you a real question. Why is that? Let's be honest.
No, I mean because they probably believe that his best days of football are behind him, and that his body isn't going to be able to hold up to
Cody,
to an
Cody,
NFL schedule.
Cody, now give me the real answer. Why not, Cody?
That is the real answer.
No, it's not. It's only.
I think he turned down some offers, but I think the only coach is going to bring him back is Steve Wilkes.
Hey, but Strats, come on the show again, dude. We gotta get you on here earlier. That way we can have you in on these discussions. I appreciate the stats that you sent me though, bro.
Yeah, I sent you. I don't know who it was that said something about he can't run anymore. There's an article from I forget when it's 2020 when he was at with the Patriots and says Cam Newton shows no signs of slowing down and clocks his fastest TD run since 2015. So the misinformation that's out there. I mean, you're getting fed stuff from all these media people. Let's be honest. A lot of them hate him for who he is as a person, how outspoken he is. And not afraid of whatever, he's very open to saying what's on his mind.
You remember that that video?
It has nothing to do with his skills. Yeah. It's how open he is.
You remember how he threw that football with that one hand? Like it was like upside down. That video that came out recently. He threw it like 50 yards.
He was like underhand.
Yeah,
underhand camps.
Yeah,
but
it was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, he still has talent.
I appreciate that part of the conversation.
Cody, you gotta let me say this real quick though. But look, and I appreciate what the dude just said with Cam Newton because he's absolutely right. But see, this is the thing, man. There's a root conversation, and we ain't gonna have it tonight. You know what I'm saying? This is not my show. I don't want to control it. It's a root conversation that people want to avoid when it comes to this Cam Newton shit. But all I will say is this: when Cam does shit, they got a problem with it. But when Tom Brady does the same shit, they call it passion.
The double standard is evident in my opinion.
Was it that they said something about dressing well, and then
all that
I pointed that out with Joe Burrow.
Yeah. There you go. That's it
right
there.
Because Joe Burrow lost that Super Bowl because he cared more about his dressing.
I gotta move away from Cam. I love Cam, but I want to get to these game picks.
You don't love Cam.
But, man, shut up.
I apologize, Cody. I know that.
This right here, my last point. Hey, I've been listening to Twan shows the last couple of weeks, but when you go live, I'm gonna be on your shit, Twan. Goddamn, get on your ass, nigga. Yeah,
bro. Bring it. That's what I like, bro.
I'm gonna be on that, bro.
Hey, look,
go ahead.
Cody, we know it's just entertainment, man. Some people take this shit literal. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I mean, we are just cooling, bro. We are
Yeah.
talking about Panthers and shit. Hey, Clay, give me the next matchup you had on the schedule there.
Yeah, I got the next one here. It's the Bills and Bears. This should be easy.
Bills.
Oh,
Come on.
Bills all the way, dude.
Yeah, that's all I need to
Bills
hear.
all the way.
That's all I need to
Hey,
hear.
hey, let me ask y'all real quick. And we don't have to go on a whole tangent about this, but
Yeah.
did y'all hear Justin Fields was asked about, do you watch any Josh Allen films?
Oh my god.
And he was like, no. And like he was very quick with it, almost like how dare you even ask me that? Did y'all see that? Did y'all have a problem with that? Did y'all think
Nah, I
that
He
didn't
should
see
have
that.
responded. Why the fuck would I look at film on another guy?
No, I didn't watch it.
I
mean, if you're a
I don't have a
if-
problem with it. I mean, for him as a quarterback, you need to be looking at defensive film. And
Yeah, if you're a quarterback, you need to be watching what the defense is doing, not what the quarterback's doing.
Yeah. A lot of people were just like, oh, it sounded like dismissive. Like, I'm not saying that I agree, by the way. It sounded like, oh, why would I watch someone like Josh Allen?
Yeah.
Or something like that. And that's
People
not how I
look
do
for
it.
bullshit.
I hate those
Yeah, and I don't think that's.
Those reporters.
I don't think that's how Justin Fields meant it.
And whatever you say, they're gonna make it controversial.
Yeah. No, you're right.
We're almost.
What other matchup?
We got Commanders and 49ers.
I think 49ers.
I got Purdy. I got
Purdy on it.
Yep.
All right, we got a big matchup here. We got the Eagles and Cowboys.
That's gonna be the game of. That's gonna be
Because Minshew playing.
Yeah, but there's no Jalen Hurts though.
I'm still
thinking
Eagles.
I'm thinking Eagles.
Yeah, I'm probably.
baby.
I'm probably in Philly. Let me ask y'all this:
They gonna stop
does
that
it?
run.
And look, again, we're not gonna go on the. I won't go on a tangent. But if the
Yeah, you will.
Philadelphia, if the Eagles win this matchup, does that lessen Jalen Hurts' argument for the MVP?
It didn't hurt Wentz.
So why you be on Cody's ass so much?
Did Wentz MVP? Wentz won MVP, right?
No, he was in the running, but he didn't win MVP.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
All right, a couple more here, and let's fly through these real quick, and then we'll get to the game that matters the most to us. Raiders and Steelers.
Raiders.
Okay. Packers,
Raiders.
Dolphins.
Packers.
Dolphins.
Okay.
Actually, where's it being played?
It don't matter.
It's in Miami.
Okay, yeah, Dolphins.
No, I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm going Packers.
Okay.
You're crazy.
Cody knows ball.
All right.
Yeah.
We got
Didn't Miami
Rams.
just win in some snow?
No, they lost to the Bills.
Dude, I just
Oh,
don't.
the Bills,
I,
yeah.
You know what though? I honestly think Aaron Rodgers. It's better for him to not win the NFC North. I think instead of playing in the cold and shit, it would be better for them if they are a wild card team.
Yeah.
Going to places where it's going to be easier to throw the football. I think that they could be dangerous. I'm not hyping them up.
I think
I'm
the
just
Packers
saying
missed the playoff.
Green Bay could be dangerous at the end.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
I don't think Packers make the playoffs.
All right, next matchup.
Broncos, Rams.
Oh,
The
God.
battle of the shit quarterback.
Oh my God.
Easy.
They
Rams.
really didn't take this out of the Sunday schedule?
It's on the Sunday schedule. Yeah,
This is-
4:30.
this is really the
Okay,
battle of
the
the
biggest
bastards.
question is this a primetime game? Because
No,
God
it's a 4:30. It's a
forbid.
4:30.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
4:30
Sunday.
game.
Most of the games are on
Okay.
Saturday. It's a Christmas special.
I might take the Broncos because shit, they might play
I'ma take
better
a-
without Russell Wilson.
I'm gonna be
I'm
eating
gonna
my
take a
prime
push.
rib and watching this shit show.
I'm taking a push tie.
Ty.
Boy,
I'm gonna take.
This
I'm
is the
gonna
game that matters for us, though. Unfortunately, the Buccaneers and the Cardinals.
Good Lord.
I'm taking the Bucks. Cardinals got Colt McCoy
Yeah,
starting.
dude, the Cardinals
No.
are in.
No, they got Trace
No.
McSorley starting for
Oh,
the
Yeah, dude. This
Oh,
is,
what's his
that's
name?
that's
Trace
bad
McSorley.
I'm taking the
He's
Cardinals.
he's the old Penn State.
That name's amazing.
Yeah,
You see
I
how
remember
lucky
when
Tom
he was.
Brady is? You see how
I'm
lucky
taking-
he is?
I'm taking that name.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right,
how about
last-
this?
Last but not least,
Yeah,
and then
no,
we'll get-
wait. The last thing I'll say, Clay, is that if the Cardinals do manage to beat Tampa Bay, dude, shame on us for
I know,
if we
right?
do not win this
I know.
fucking division, bro.
I know. All right, Chargers and Colts. That's the last game, and then we'll get to the Panthers game.
Chargers.
Yeah, I'm going my man Jay Herb.
All right. All right, let's bring it around the table. Here we go. Tell me why you think the Panthers will either win or lose against the Lions.
We go start. Let's pick somebody and start and go.
I'll go first.
Okay.
No, hold on. I'm gonna be the conductor of this train.
No shit.
I'm gonna let my man Strats, since he's newer to the group. I'm gonna let Strats go first. Strats, this is how we normally do it. Who's gonna win, and who is your player of the game? And give me your score prediction. Who's gonna win and your player of the game?
I think the Panthers inch this one out. I think 24-21. And I'm going to say, player of the game. I want to say it depends on whether or not they throw it. But if they throw it and they go to DJ Moore, then I think DJ pulls in a couple.
All right. DJ Moore, player of the game. I like that. Dude, that's I'm really hoping that Sam and DJ can continue to have a meaningful passing connection. Twan, the bad guy. Give me your score prediction and your player of the game.
31-10, taking Detroit. And player of the game, their quarterback. Reason why I'm picking us to lose in that game?
Golf.
2 words, Sam Darnold.
Yo, on Sam.
He's not good enough.
All right, I hear you, man. So you said 31-10. Player of the game is Jared Goff.
I mean,
hey, let me tell you, if that happens, our season's over. Right?
What?
Like if that does, I mean, I know we have 2 more games in the division, but damn, losing this.
Now McSquirrely's going to beat Tampa.
Dude, if we lose this, it's going to be rough to pick us going forward, man.
Tampa Bay and New Orleans just going to lose too.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, KPM, give me your score prediction, who wins, and your player of the game.
Could you come back to me, please? I'm still doing a little bit of
That's fine. That's fine.
analysis.
Let me go to my dog. JJ's brought the fire to the show tonight. I appreciate you, JJ. What is your what is your final score? Who's gonna win? And who's the player of the game, bro?
Final score. All right. I think. Detroit has been super hot. It really just depends how well we win up front defensively. But I think that offensive line is going to protect Goff too much. He's going to carve us up. I think the Lions will actually win pretty comfortably as well, if I'm being real. So I'd say, I'm gonna say 34-17.
Okay.
Player of the game or for their team, I think DeAndre Swift might tear us a new one. Because if he can get out in space, he might take a few to the house. And I don't know how well we're going to be able to cover those on the outside. So he might have a big day, like 20 yards and 2 touchdowns. So
okay.
I don't think.
All right. So far we got predictions for the Lions, and hey, I don't blame you, man. Like this.
That don't mean I won't be cheering for us, though.
Oh, I hear you, bro. We're all going to be cheering, but we're going to need to see a better performance than what we did against Pittsburgh. That was Pittsburgh. That was Pitt. It had nothing to do with Sam, man. All right, my man, White Chocolate Espresso, holding it down on the Myrtle, the Turtle Beach.
I'm
not at Myrtle Beach. What the hell are you talking about? I'm in Charleston.
Oh, what? Same shit, dude.
Get the fuck out of here. We ain't no fucking dirty Myrtle.
Dude.
Ain't no.
Hey! I'm in Dirty Myrtle. Calm down. Calm yourself.
No, so then you're right. You know what? I fucked up when I said that white chocolate is from Myrtle. I don't know why I was thinking you're from Myrtle, bro. But yeah, no, he's from Charleston, so he thinks he's better than everybody else.
That's understandable. Most people down there think the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. Yeah.
So, all right, give us your score prediction. Who wins and who is the player of the game?
I have us win 24-21. MVP is going to be DJ Moore. I just saw this. It's DJ Moore has 46% slot rate on the season, but when Sam has been the quarterback, he has 68%. And the Lions allow the most fantasy points for slot receivers. So I got DJ Moore being MVP.
Yo, you just found the keys to victory. Put DJ Moore in the slot and let Sam Darnold get him the ball and feast on their ass. I like
what
that.
I did when I played Madden.
That's another reason why I wanted to see Sam all year. DJ Moore's best stretch of games was Sam's first 4 games. And it was obvious last year, even after how bad Sam was, he still had the best connection we've seen DJ Moore have with the quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, Locks, man. But he had 28-24 Panthers. Appreciate you, Locks.
All right.
Next up. All right, yeah, KPM, you got yours?
Yes, I think I'm going to take Detroit, sadly. I'm going to take Detroit. I think they're going to win this one. I think it's going to be 27-20. And I think their player of the game is going to be Jamal Williams.
All right,
nice.
so that's reasonable. It's not a blowout. Yeah, it's not a blowout.
He's known for getting touchdowns.
Hey man, I'm proud of all y'all for taking your fandom out of this shit too.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Trust me, we know that you can't take your fandom out of anything.
Especially when they beat your team.
Nah, shut up.
It's going to be it'll be interesting tomorrow though, because it's supposed to be very cold. It's going to be hard to kick field goals. So the kicking game tomorrow is going to be the key for both teams.
I was told that with the Jaguars and the Jets, and I was so pissed off.
So next up, shout out to my guy Clay. Dude, I appreciate you for coming hanging out, man. You've been a great addition to the show today. Hope you can definitely make some more, man.
For sure, I'd love to.
Yeah, even being my kind of de facto moderator at points. Dude, you're fucking cool with me, bro. So let me get your final score prediction. Who's going to win? And who would be your player of the game? And by the way, player of the game, it can be from either team.
Okay. I'm going to go bold here. I'm going to be bold with this. So I kind of did some research on this game recently this week, and I was looking at it and stuff and kind of reading up on some stuff. And so fun fact, the Detroit Lions are actually giving up 265 yards per game through the air defensively. So with that being said, and if we can put the ground game, which I think we can against Detroit a little bit better than we have done, obviously against the Steelers, I think that as long as we can run the ball, I think that we'll have a good game. But I'm actually going to go bold here. I'm actually going to go 24-14 Panthers, and I'm actually going to think that we're going to be able to run the ball, and I'm actually going to give the game ball to actually Sam Darnold. And I'm going to tell you why, just because of the fact that they're giving away 265 yards a game. Because I'm going to go off of, I want Quan to eat his crow when I'm right. And
you can call me on it.
But just it's all fun and just stuff like that. But I mean, I just have when I looked at that stat, I was like 265 yards a game right now. You're allowing through the air. So it's going to be a shootout, probably more than what I'm saying, like 24-14. But I'm going to go Sam Darnold 24-14.
I will say though, Detroit. I will say the last 3 games, Detroit has allowed an average of 55 rushing yards total.
Well, it might be enough. You never know.
Yeah. And then last but certainly not least, my man Drew, and he's still got power, man. Hey, God is good. What's up? I like that. Hey, Drew, give me that prediction. Who's gonna win, and who is your player of the game?
I think it's going to be close just because at this point, nobody expects Carolina to win this game. And somehow or another, they always seem to win the game. Nobody expects them to win. So I'm going to go 2017 Carolina, and player of the game is going to be
Wait, who's the player of the game?
offensive line.
Offensive line.
O-line.
Offensive
line.
Akeem Aquanu.
All right. All right. So I'm doing two things, man. I'm doing like a little bit of a reverse jinx, but I also feel like it could end up this way when I'm about to say on both sides. I think this is going to be a slugfest. I think it's going to be a cold weather game. I am going to say that the final score will be 17-14. The Carolina Panthers, baby. I couldn't do it. I was going to go Lions, but no, I really do think we're going to win. And you know who the player of the game is? It's Eddie Pinheiro kicking the last second field goal, making up for
You're
earlier
full of
this
shit.
season against Atlanta. Pinheiro going to win by a
Everybody
field
talking
goal.
special. I don't buy that.
You heard it here first.
I mean,
No.
this is expectations versus reality. In
Hey,
reality,
Cody,
Pinheiro's going to pick it into the
Cody,
fifth
that
row
was a
of
straight fantasy right
section
there.
2
man.
I
and
will
2.
say this. If we do lose to Detroit, I'm blaming Nick Montero.
Oh, no. Yeah. I guess you have to, right?
If we lose on a Pinheiro kick, I'm blaming Cody.
Cody's done giving Pinheiro the curse.
Nick has been to 6 games, and they've lost all 6.
If we lose because Sam Darnold throws 3 interceptions and gets sacked 10 times because he's too slow, I'm blaming Pantherology.
All right. Hey, wait. So what happens if the Panthers win, Drew? You're going to let Nick off the hook?
Then, hey,
Has he finally broken the curse?
The curse is lifted.
at that point, he will have broken the curse. But
But
until then,
All right.
he's 0-6. We'll be 0-7
Hey, but
after
that
tomorrow.
curse is real.
At that
shit
point,
ain't
Hey,
going
just
nowhere.
let
Hey,
Nick
Drew.
enjoy the win.
Yeah.
Hey, Drew, can you get Nick to go to that Tennessee Clemson game for me?
God, what a hater, bro.
I don't know if it works.
Hey, wait. Are you talking about the Beamer Daddy Bowl?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
my
The
God,
Beamer Daddy
dude.
Bowl?
I don't know
You
if
guys
it works
are
like that, but I know
insufferable.
Panthers and Nick just don't mix.
Hey,
No,
Cody,
they-
Cody, can I give a quick shout out, man?
Yeah.
You froze, buddy.
Yeah, I said go ahead. You there?
Oh yeah, you froze, bro.
Oh, my
listen,
bad.
One of the schools I attended, man, North Carolina Central University, man. Hey, Drew, you know what I'm about to say, man. National champions. We took down Jackson State in prime. They was undefeated until the last game, man, last Saturday. Shout out to my North Carolina Central Eagles.
Oh,
National
that's the one where the
champions.
white dude dropped the ball, right? The
Yeah.
white tight end
Uh,
dropped. Damn, bro.
Deion talked all that shit, and we sent his ass to Colorado early.
Oh shit.
Yeah, bro.
How about Goodell's son?
That was a
Congratulations.
good-ass game. Hey, Drew, did you watch the game? That was a good-ass game.
I
bro.
watched part of it. But I just like, congratulations.
Hey, give
Well,
it up.
but look,
Hey,
man, before
Cody,
we get out of here,
Before we go, I got one more thing. If anybody, I just thought about something. If anybody should be mad at Nick, it should be you.
No, why?
Because Nick was present when Matt Corral got hurt.
Oh,
He
was he
was down
really?
in the end zone area where Corral got hurt.
Damn.
Yo,
Maybe it is Nick.
Yo,
Yeah,
I might have
yeah,
to. I
definitely.
might have to invite him over before the game and just trap him in my house.
Hey, what's
You know what
up?
I mean? Just like, nah, bro, you
I
can't,
just-
you can't go.
I just sent Nick some tickets to that Clemson Tennessee game.
I told him to bring a rabbit's foot when he goes in the game. So
Nah, he need to bring the whole damn rabbit.
Mhm.
and his
So
Man, y'all
look,
know
we're at
Clemson
the
gonna
part
beat
of
the
the
shit out of
show.
them, yo.
Hey, we're at the part of the show where I give any fellow content creators the opportunity to promote their stuff and let Panther Nation support Panther Nation. We will start with Twan. Twan, tell them where they can find you and where they can find your content, bro.
704 Charlotte Bound Show, man. We're constantly growing, man. Almost at 1,000. Man, I mean, you guys have been showing us tremendous love, you know what I'm saying, and coming over to the show. We do a lot of fun shit over there. Shout out to Cody. And the guys that come over, White Chocolate Espresso, Drew, they also support the channel as well. I mean, we just gave out a mini helmet, signed mini helmet, you know what I'm saying? So now we're starting to give out prizes and things for people that join the show and become subscribers. We're going to be giving out some artwork tomorrow morning when we do the show. Going to be doing our picks tomorrow. Maybe Cody
Hey,
will
what
show
time
up.
you going live tomorrow, Twan?
10.
10. Okay.
Yeah. We just
Okay.
doing picks though in a quick little segment. Get out of there, man. But man,
Cool.
look, we can't. If it's not for the fans and people that coming in and support, man, we wouldn't be shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of content creators out here. My advice to all of y'all is show everybody as much love as you can, man. I mean, don't short anybody. It's a lot of great content out here, man.
Absolutely, man. And yeah, I'm gonna try and stop by tomorrow morning, Twan, and
Okay,
come and
okay.
bullshit with y'all. Like I always do, man. Come and
Yeah,
hang
absolutely.
out. Yep. Next up, my man Pantherology, dude. You had fans in the chat room today, bro. You had people
Yeah.
like, "Yo, I'm happy Pantherology's on this shit." So,
Yeah,
dude,
man.
you definitely got to come back more often.
For sure.
Tell everybody where they can find the content that you're making.
You can just go to YouTube and type in Pantherology. You'll find me there. We're on the road to 2,500 right now.
Hey.
Yeah, come check it out. Quan, I subscribe to your channel, by the way.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna sign up to yours tonight.
Yeah. Send me. Hey, if you want me to, I'll come on tomorrow too. If
That'll
you want.
be dope, bro. I'll send you a link.
Yeah. So just send me a link and I'll definitely come on tomorrow. Just go on YouTube, Pantherology, like, subscribe, comment. Feel free to click that post notification bell. It never hurts. It's all free. It's one click away. Pound that like button like it owes you money, and that's all that matters.
Hey, Cody,
That's it, man.
Cody, do you have his information? Because
I'll put it in the private. I'll put it in the private chat right now, Quan.
All right, I'll send the link.
Yeah. It's yeah.
All right, got it.
And then
So Twan, is your show is it just for like content creators to come on to it, or do you allow fans to come on as well?
I'm gonna start letting people come on my channel too, just to let y'all know.
Twan just dropped off. Twan just dropped. He lets. No, KP. He lets anybody come on. If you use the link, he'll let you come on. And
all right.
Yeah, man. What I was gonna do? I swear I was gonna say something else. I be forgetting shit too much. How about this, man? Because it's Christmas Eve tomorrow, there will not be a post-game show from C3. So no post-game show. So that means this is where I wish everybody.
My bad, I'm back. I hit the wrong button.
You good, bro? You good? But sincerely, to everybody on the panel, to everybody in the YouTube chat, I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, especially my Friday free for all crew. Like, I had this idea for this show about a year ago. I brought it to Tony's attention, and now it's taken on the life of its own, man. We have some really good discussions on this show, and it's because of y'all, man. Everybody that shows up here, every single Friday, Drew, Kev, Nick, Panther, Pickle, Twan, like, I appreciate the hell out of y'all, boys. I really mean that. And we're going to keep on growing C3 Panthers Podcast to the moon like we've been doing. And yeah, boys, I wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. We'll be seeing y'all before the new year. So we'll be wishing y'all a Happy New Year a little bit later on. But Merry Christmas. We're and get under some mistletoe, damn it! Love on somebody or something. Come on, it's a short life we live, man. So spread some love, spread some cheer. For this edition.
Spread some cheeks.
Yeah, like Kevin. Like Kevin does.
Spread some cheeks. hey, white chocolate. You know I'm in Atlanta, man. So look, I'm gonna come pick
Magic
you up.
City?
We're going to Magic City. Get those wings.
Hell yeah!
Oh, shit.
Some wings,
Hey man, this has been another edition of the C3 Friday Free For All. I'm your host, Cody Lashin, wishing you a very Merry Christmas and keep pounding, boys. What's up?
Spurs up.